that, please. Potter had
So
to go.
guys, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, get that freaking likes up, get that likes up. Like the vid, guys. Like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. So guys, we're gonna be talking about Chelsea versus Wolverhampton Wanderers in the APL, Lampard press conference, and the big match of the weekend, Arsenal versus Liverpool. We're gonna be talking about
Oh,
Nagelsmann and Luis Enrique's talk based on Fabrizio, Austin, and Co. Is they already there'll be another round of talk next week, face to face with Julian Nagelsmann, and explain this Chelsea situation to him in terms of the project and what they want for him in the summer. And if everything goes well, we may hear some news. But right now, everything is being put into next week. We're gonna wait and see. They've already spoken to Enrique already, and he's already giving them what they want in terms of what the players they want. They've done a PowerPoint of each players in the squad and the players he want, the players he does not want, the players he want to stay, the players he want them to go. So we have to wait and see. But at the moment right now, just are looking to actively put in a potential new manager in before the new season starts. So it's going to be next month or in June. We have to wait and see because they want the new manager to start the preseason. So we gotta wait and see. With that, like that vid, subscribe, smash the like button. And I do not want Lampard to become the permanent manager. Lord have mercy. I don't want it to happen. But in this weird life where I can see it happen. But do I wish Chelsea to start losing? No. If it's going to take us to lose, for Lampard to get out, I will have to start doing it right now. It's still Ramadan period. But let's wait and see. Like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button. Let's go. Yo, my people are on a day now. Like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, So we're gonna talk about Lampard, Pressa, and letting that press. Lord have mercy. We're gonna talk about Liverpool, Arsenal. We're gonna be talking about the potential Nagelsmann and Enrique. We're gonna do some permutation and combination because I've given myself time and go back and watch how Nagelsmann and Enrique plays and everything. I don't want Lampard to start the permanent manager. If it is for me to start praying to God in this holy month of Ramadan, I will start doing it for Lampard to take over because I don't want a scenario where Lampard will become a permanent manager. He doesn't deserve to become a permanent manager. He does not have the right for me to. He just been privileged because of his family roots. That's why becoming a permanent. And it might be the most luckiest ever human being on earth. So I don't want him to become the permanent manager. No. But let's see. Like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button. So it's TGIF. It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. Beautiful Friday, whatever you are, guys. TGIF for me. So let's talk. Where do we begin from? Let's see. Let's talk about where do we begin from. Mr. Cow, big weekend. Arsenal, Liverpool. What do you think? Because Arsenal fans are telling me it's a win-win for them. They will dismantle Liverpool in Anfield.
I was on a space earlier on today. I mean, fair play to the Liverpool fans who were there. They were just quiet and listening to the Arsenal fans talk. I mean, Arsenal, I said Arsenal have done well this season. They've done very well. Unfortunately, all the other teams have not played to their normal level, which is why
thank you.
There's a gap at the top. It's not because Arsenal are doing well again. They play well. It's not like they're extraordinary. All the other teams just haven't played to the level that they can play at.
I appreciate you.
Liverpool haven't played to the level that they can play at. Chelsea haven't played to the level they can play at. United haven't maximized the opportunities that they've had. or play to the level that they can play consistently. City certainly have not. And Arsenal being the most consistent. Are they the best team in the league? No, in my opinion, they're not. Because, I'll give you an example. City go to the Emirates, and City was so struggling then when we put three past them. In fact, between the 28th minute and the 82nd minute, Arsenal's XG was 0 in that game at the Emirates. It could have been 4-1, if not for the foolish red card, if not for the offside that Erling Haaland had against what's his name, Gabriel. Gabriel. So they've done well. But, when it's okay for you to go and beat them match week 3 or 4 with a funky call from Michael Oliver. But to go to Anfield, we've been to Anfield, we lost 1-0. United went to Anfield. I mean, we know the result was 7-0. All the big teams, Newcastle went to Anfield, lost 1-0 in the 96th minute. All the big teams have gone there. Liverpool only lost 1 game at Anfield against Leeds United. Some quirky, funny.
We do at Anfield. We do.
You guys went to Anfield, you drew. So,
but it's been like that for how many years now?
So to expect you to go, I don't care what fight. To expect to go to Anfield and win, I don't see it happening. I don't think the Liverpool you saw against what's Chelsea. Their name? Chelsea. With Robertson out and with all these guys out coming is the same Liverpool you're going to see on Sunday. Now, I have my own selfish interest in this, to be fair, of full disclosure. Right? Clearly, I want Liverpool to batter them. Right? I'll tell you the truth. I want Newcastle to batter them black and blue. When you come to the Etihad, I want to kill them off with 6-2 or 6-1.
They will not beat you at the Etihad. They will not beat you. That game is going to decide it.
When Chelsea play them, I want them to batter them, right? Again, 3-0 or 3-1, whatever you can, if you can. Now with Lampard, God knows what's going to happen. So I have my own selfish interest. But if you put that aside, let's talk about the game at Anfield. I just can't see them winning. I mean, let's think about the game against Villa, where they were 2-0 down. And then was Villa's indiscipline that caused them to basically lose that game. Think about Bournemouth at the Emirates, 2-0 up. Bournemouth were, again, indiscipline not to stay in the game and try to even put more past them. So, while Arsenal fans are making mouth and everything, I just can't see. And there's some City fans also who believe that Arsenal are going to beat Liverpool at Anfield. Liverpool can be terrible in moments. But when they get it right, like we saw against United, it literally was...
Lord have mercy.
Even against us, when we went there, right, the 1-0 was just one moment of magic. Bang. And that was it. Game was over. So,
and because they're in Anfield, they'll get some advantage for them because they're at home. They will have
who's
some
the
advantage
referee?
for them.
Portieni. Portieni he's a good referee for the most part. He lets a lot of things go. Who's the VAR? Do you know who the VAR is?
I don't know, but I know Portieni is the referee. Let me check.
I think it's Andre Mariner.
I think Andre Mariner?
I think Andre Mariner's on VAR because
he's decent. They're decent. He's decent. Mariner would not overturn whatever Portieni says, generally. He's one of these old kind of... I like Mariner. He's kind of an old guy. He's a very prim and proper, very... I like him. And if it was Michael Oliver is finicky. Any small thing, bang, penalty.
Okay.
Michael Oliver was the referee tomorrow. It's a guarantee.
Please, that idiot. You don't know what that idiot does to us, please. All the time. All the time.
But Tom, I just can't see it, mate. They have to win. They can't draw. Now, I just hope that, we win our game tomorrow morning.
Okay, somebody said all Arsenal losses have come under Portieni. Oh, Lord.
Hey, the narrative. This is what I want. Narrative.
Wait.
Oh yeah,
All the matches
they
they've won. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, against United, was it the referee against you guys?
Yeah,
They lost.
yeah.
Okay.
I forgot.
Which match did they
I
lost
thought
again?
it was no, I thought it was Michael Oliver who was. It wasn't. He was
no.
fourth
But
position.
Tierney was the manager for it was the manager when they came to
Manager?
it was the manager.
No, it was referee.
Referee.
Okay. Two losses and one draw. Okay.
No, it was.
Listen,
It was
Abdullah, I
Everton.
mean, let's be clear. I mean, Arsenal have done very well to get to where they are. But I said one thing last week. I said the honeymoon period, the honeymoon of easy games against Leeds, Bournemouth, all these guys at the Emirates is over. If you want to win the title, these next 8 to 9 games are where it lies. Because you have to go to Anfield. And if they go to Anfield to get a result, kudos to you. You know, doff my cap, well done. Then you got to go to the Etihad. Then you got to go to Newcastle. And Newcastle right now.
On fire, Isaac.
I mean, that's
Newcastle
where they got top 4 last year, didn't they? So.
For top 4. They are starving for top 4. They are voracious for top 4. It's no longer top 6 now. Now it's like if they don't make top 4, they'll be disappointed.
I think they'll do it. They'll make it. I think that should be top 3. If they continue playing this way.
You have to go to, and then you have to play Brighton. We have to play them too, to be fair. So the 8 games is 24 points. There's everything to play for.
But isn't Brighton a iffy game for City usually? It's one of those weird games for City. I know. Brighton is one of those weird.
It's always difficult. It's difficult. Brighton are always difficult.
It's one of those weird games. I know.
They play really well. They're good in possession. Their build-up is great. They understand how to play with the box.
And they're quite solid.
Yeah, they use the wide areas really well. They use the half spaces really well. They're a really well coached team. You know, they're really well coached.
I wonder who's the brains behind that team. It was not Graham Potter. Who's the brains behind that team?
Well, Potter did a good job starting off, but then De Zerbi came in and took it to the next level.
Oh, De Zerbi, no, he blew. Oh my God, this.
I think Arsenal beat them 4-3, and I think it was supposed to be a draw in that game, and something happened. They called one goal off for VAR or something. So it's going to be interesting. Again, for me, I just don't see how Arsenal win that game. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, fair play. Arsenal.
Mr. Cow, I have this word feeling. I said it to Arsenal fans. For me, is Liverpool is a weird team where, in as much as they're now in form, you have the advantage they have is in Anfield, where Klopp will just tell the player, guys.
The problem, Abdullah, the problem is that you know. I think Arsenal fans have looked at the game that City played against Liverpool and felt, it's City just beat them anyhow. The problem is that, you know, it's. I mean, City can do that to any team if they play like that, literally.
Yeah.
When they're in that rhythm, it's just it's hard to stop. When they're not in rhythm, they drop points and they do stupid things.
Yeah.
So you know that the United game. I mean, I was just watching. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Because they were so clinical, they were so good. Isn't it this year that they beat Bournemouth 9-0?
Yes, it was this year. Yeah,
I think they did.
It was an Anfield. It was an Anfield.
9-0. It was 9, right? I don't forget.
9-0, yeah.
So the inconsistency, Tom, is what we don't know who's going to show up. If prime Liverpool show up for one last.
Mr. Carl, if Liverpool, the United show up, Arsenal is in big trouble because Mr. Blaise, you can. Carl, you can recover. United can recover from 7-0 because they have.
Yeah, but I don't. Listen. There's this myth around the 9-0 and everything. We had chances in that first half where we should have been 2 or 3-0 up easy there, and I'm not being disrespectful to Liverpool in that case. And if we took those chances, the atmosphere and everything's a different game, and we probably don't get swallowed as much as we did in the game, and probably lose it in the way we did. But the only thing with Arsenal is if they can maintain that crowd, they can get Liverpool defensively. I don't doubt Arsenal as a team where I think they can take Liverpool team for team and man for man. I think they can. But it's if they get swallowed up in the occasion and with the atmosphere of the crowd. Because if you don't win the second balls, if you're not passing as unified as you have done against other teams where you've swallowed them up, whether it be at the Emirates or away from home, if you don't do that at Anfield, the crowd will get onto you. It's one of those grounds where it doesn't matter if you play brilliant tiki-taka football At any moment, they can ignite, and it completely changes the complexion of the game. And
Yeah.
there's very few stadiums that can do that to you. Me and Tamira will know that what happened with our team earlier a couple of weeks ago with Man United. We know that, and it's not just to do with a rivalry, because like we've just said, teams like Bournemouth will go there. Bournemouth, will they fear Liverpool? Probably not, because they'll expect to lose the game. But so long as they perform, they won't be bothered at the end of the day. But Arsenal, when it comes to this point in the season where you have to win at all costs, because Arsenal fans, as soon as they lose a game or they drop points, they're bricking it. And it's that sort of mentality where if you're bricking it when you've got, I don't know, 5, when you've got nearly 9-10 games to go, you can't be bricking it. It doesn't matter if you're going for a title, top 4, whatever. If you brick it, you tend to lose out on what you're challenging or fighting for. And at the end of the day, other teams have pushed Manchester City all the way to the line. Liverpool did it, and they were the experts of it. So they will know what this Arsenal team is trying to do. They will know the cogs that Mikel Arteta and those players are trying to keep rolling and keep going on. But at the end of the day, the only thing that Liverpool's best weapon is against Arsenal is attack. Defensively, Liverpool can be got at by anybody. And I mean that, anybody, because like I say, we should have gone to Anfield and we should have been 3-0 up at half-time.
Tom, our match against them on Wednesday, we had so many chances.
That's away from home. Even the game earlier in the season, I thought you guys should have beat them at their own patch. But ultimately, if the Arsenal get that early goal, that stadium will go silent.
Yeah,
suddenly that what we've just said about atmosphere and getting swallowed up by the occasion, they won't fear.
If Liverpool score first, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that's the key.
If Liverpool score first, then I think it's going to be an uphill struggle for Arsenal, because a lot of these players, they went to St James's Park last season when they needed those 3 points to get the top 4, and they capitulated. They threw it away at the end of the day. When the going got tough, they didn't stand up to what they had to.
So Tom, this is my favorite. I'm laughing at the guy I'm watching on Sunday. Why is I've seen Liverpool do this bullshit before, where people doesn't put them as favorite just because Arsenal is in top of the table. It's in Anfield. Liverpool club will just tell his player, I want you guys to just win. I don't care how I want to play. Make a statement. And see, if they make a statement, and it's the same way they beat you guys 7-0. I can see Liverpool doing that to Arsenal.
Nah, I
don't think they'd get beat that badly. No,
because I don't know. If you watch Liverpool this year, man, look at the things they struggle with. Man City 4-1. City took the ball from them. Brighton beat Brighton both games. Wolves. They beat them in the FA Cup. They beat them in the league. They took the ball from them completely.
Wolves, Leeds,
Real Madrid took the ball from them, both legs. If Arsenal can take the ball from Liverpool, score first, Liverpool are finished.
Yeah,
because they don't know how to play without the ball.
No,
they can't play without the ball.
But if Liverpool score first, Arsenal is in trouble.
The problem with that argument is that what I agree with that happens away from home, and then they react or they don't react. At Anfield, it's different though. They've only lost 1 game at Anfield this season.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, that was the Leeds, right?
Yeah,
yes,
it was some kind of quirky game, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the top 6 sides that have gone there have lost. Oh, not one has won. So it's one thing to. Maybe it's even the Liverpool, even the Madrid game, when there were 2 goals up, they were just stupid. Could just shut the game down.
Yeah.
You're 2 up, control the game. Worst case scenario, come up with a 2-2. You go to the Bernabeu and wish for something to happen.
Yeah, but you got something to play for, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, but you just over. I mean, Pep Klopp just literally just kept going and kept going and kept going. Maybe he thought he could, beat them and go for a higher scoreline.
Because this is me talking. I've watched Liverpool play. I look at Arsenal. Arsenal is a team that, when it comes to first 10 or 15 minutes, Arsenal literally a little bit very slow.
Let me tell you how the game is going to go. So Arsenal will probably have most of the ball or shade the possession because they want to play a high line and keep the ball, play the inverted left, Zinchenko the inverted. What Liverpool will do is what they did to us, which is basically catch you when you lose the ball in transition over the top. That's what they're going to do. Then it's Zinchenko versus Salah Good
And
luck.
no Saliba. It's gonna be Rob Holding. No Saliba.
Good luck to Zinchenko against Salah. Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans have
can
been
be
bigging
on
him
the
up all
counter.
season. We know Zinchenko. We know him very, very well. May I remind you of a Champions League final? The goal that Havertz scores. You know who was supposed to be that center midfield position next to Gundogan at that point in time?
Yeah.
Guess who it was?
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko. Where was he? Absent. Let me remind you, Tottenham away last season. Who was there that fluffed his lines? Zinchenko. Paris Saint-Germain, semi-final. Almost got sent off for being stupid. So we know this guy really well. Even against City, who did he target at the Emirates? He targeted Zinchenko on that right side. They were overloading the right side. So we
even the Leeds United, Leeds had the chances. They were targeting Zinchenko, but they were not playing.
This as well. That's why I think he may actually play Tierney there instead of Zinchenko because that's an area that it's going to be Salah. I guess Salah is fit. I think I hear rumors he may not be fit. I don't know, but Salah against Zinchenko is going to be. They're going to have to double up on that side. There's no way you leave one-on-one defending Zinchenko versus Salah. Just no way. So if that happens, then there's going to be one less. So they will have the ball, but these guys will counter press and try to win the ball in transition. Question for me is, who plays Liverpool's front line? For me, I would start the front three of Nunez, Bobby Firmino, and Mohamed Salah.
No Darwin, no Jota?
No.
No.
You need to have the pace out wide. And Darwin is quick. He can't finish, but he's quick. Firmino can drop into midfield. So instead of having... So Arsenal try and play with a box, right? And what Liverpool have to do is also create a box. So it's at least 4v4, which means Bobby can drop into midfield and help mark that middle area with whoever plays in midfield. You can't have them 4v3 because they'll control the midfield. Arsenal will. And then have this guy left and right. The pace of Nunez and Salah on the right. That's what they have to do. If they do anything else, they play Diego Jota or somebody else or Gakpo, they'll lose the game.
Because he rested Gakpo against us, though. He rested him against us. So which gives an indication he might play him against Arsenal because he rested him against us.
Bobby Firmino is the guy to play against Arsenal. He's the one that has the ability to drop into that midfield and control and give the ball off. The passing, his movement. He may not have the energy right now, but he has the ability to play 60 minutes in the middle of that park.
Yeah.
As a false
And I am hearing Thiago Alcantara is back.
Thiago
that's not the kind of match. Not the kind of match you need him in.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to control the game. I don't think of Firmino. I think they just need
this kind of match.
Yeah, even up front, I think they just need to play on the counter attack. Like that's what they need to play. Because Arsenal's probably going to.
That's the best way to. That's the way to play Arsenal, though. Think about what United did to them at Old Trafford, right? Tom, you guys just counter attack them, right? 3-2 was it or 3-1? 3-1.
Well, like you were saying about Zinchenko before. Anthony. He was in worlds of space, and then he just slots it away in the corner. Like it was easy at the end of the day for the areas. But with the way a lot of teams play now, where they have the fullback drop into midfield, Zinchenko's one of those sort of like modern style players where you can take him to Pep's team and he can do that to him. You can take him to Ten Hag or, Arteta. You could even take him to probably Frank Lampard if you tried to play that way. And that's what you'd try and do with him because that's the sort of role that he brings. But if you leave that space in that channel for someone like Salah, who we know has blitzed that sort of area of the field for the last 5 or 6 years at Liverpool, and he's become their top scorer based on those sort of areas that he can operate in. When you give him that sort of space to work with, if he gets at least 2 chances in a game, I'd expect him to take at least one of them. If not, then he's just having a really, really bad luck of a day. Because Salah, he might miss 1 chance, but he doesn't miss 2 of the exact same opportunity. And that's why if Arsenal try and play this high transitional, high line that they have done, like we saw against, say, Brentford, for example, if you can play that ball over the top to them, or Zinchenko goes way too far forward, or dropping into the midfield, and suddenly you're exposed with Gabriel and Rob Holding, I think Mohamed Salah's good. Mohamed Salah, Firmino, Nunez, whoever. I think they're going to fancy the chances going up against two of those fullbacks, as opposed to being a case of you have Zinchenko in the operating role. But ultimately, across the line, like we've already said, Liverpool going forward, they haven't been playing this season of the team that can control a game like this. They just haven't, and they haven't had the confidence, and they haven't had the players who maybe 3 or 4 years ago could have done that. Now, when players age on, they don't get about the pitch as much as they can do. In the liking of how Firmino was leaving at the end of the season, he would have been probably maybe even one of the first on the team sheet in a game like this, just because of the pockets of space that he can operate in and bring the ball from the midfield. But overall, from Liverpool's team and the whole aspect of it is, Liverpool defensively, we've just said what we've said about Zinchenko, but it's exactly the same thing in Liverpool's case with Trent. And ultimately, you have whoever, Martinelli, Saka, whoever wants to play on that wing or that line.
Yeah.
When you put Trent as far forward as Liverpool do in the game, that's why Liverpool, they need to operate in a different way if they ever want to try and get back to the same sort of consistency that they did before. You have to play the modern way where you have only one fullback go forward, not two. That era of football where you can have both your fullbacks go forward and you have your CDM drop in midfield, Fabinho doesn't have the legs to cover.
And I think also think when it comes to crossing, Liverpool have an advantage when it comes to crossing because there's no Saliba. And when it comes to set piece, Arnold and Robert are very, very good to one of the most deadliest crosser in world football when it comes to cross. So those two knows how to cross. And I think to Arsenal fans, if you cross set piece in the middle of the box 18, maybe closer to the box, the goalkeeper area, you are in deep trouble because Arnold is very good at set piece. Robertson is very good at set piece. You better don't cross the free kick because if that happens, Liverpool might just go defensively and win based on set piece because they are very good when it comes to set piece. They are good. So
the reality of the game is that Liverpool, as we all agree, they probably won't have possession of the game. They'll probably have 46, maybe 45% possession. Arsenal may have the balance of the rest. So the question now becomes what each team does on the ball when they have the ball. How efficient are they in front of goal? And can the goalkeepers help their teams out?
Alisson can do that.
And what role does the crowd play in this, right? These are the things that are going to swing the game either which way. I just still think that, if they go there and win, kudos to them. Well done. You deserve it. Doff my cap. We go again next season. Keep on going, right? But if they don't, and they have to win, they can't draw. Because if our people go and win tomorrow morning, which I hope they do, they don't misbehave like they normally do, and the manager doesn't overthink stuff, right? Then the pressure is on. If they draw the game, then literally it's now okay.
Because I think their next match is West Ham, and you guys, who do you guys play? Because Arsenal play West Ham next. Leicester. So you guys beat Leicester. Exactly. You guys beat Leicester, and they struggle because David Moyes is in deep shit, and he wants a guy.
No, they'll beat West Ham. They'll beat West Ham,
I would think.
So literally, it's now nip and tuck all the way through the next 8 to 9 games. And if they lose at Anfield, then it's okay. And then it's.
You see, the thing is that what you're saying there, though, about losing at Anfield, I don't even think it's just about losing the 3 points, because if Liverpool bash Arsenal up in the way that they say did with us, it completely derailed us for the last 4
I'm about to say Tom, because
defensively we had the best record going to Anfield in the entirety of the Premier League, and as soon as we lost 7-0, we were celebrating the previous weekend. Me and Shamira were anyway when we said about the Carabao Cup. We just won the Carabao Cup. The following Sunday, literally a week later, we got turned over 7-0, and that defensive record that we had of being one of the best defensive teams, I think it wasn't even probably in the Premier League, but at Europe at one point in time. When we'd done that and we'd got all that work to get up to that point, we went to Anfield, stunk the place out in the second half, and then upon that point, I don't think we'd even scored a goal for 4 games in the Premier League. We hadn't won a Premier League game in 3 since Brentford. It completely derailed, and that gap that we had at the top in the top 4, where I think it was 8 points clear of anybody, really challenging us for third, because Spurs ain't really putting up much of a fight, if I'm being real.
Yeah.
But from that point now, it's dragged us back into this race where there is teams that are only 4 or 5 points behind, but we do have games in hand. Whereas with Liverpool, if they give Arsenal that sort of reality check that they had at St James's Park, or even when they go back to St James's Park, if they have that sort of PTSD from last season, they will think about it. These players. We know that they think about it a lot and they take things to heart a lot, because when they was getting criticised to the end of last season, where they'd not been in the top 4 for God knows how long, the consistency of the team always derails toward the end of a season. And then now we're going to this point, the same points will get thrown at Arsenal. You just change the title of it. And that is, Arsenal have never won a title in God knows how long. They've never challenged for a title in God knows how long. Mikel Arteta is a new up-and-coming coach, whereas Pep Guardiola has done this for the last 3-4 years in the Premier League at a consistent high level, breaking records, 90-plus points tallies. You know, and ultimately, over that scale, I look at this Arsenal team and I think they're a team that are developing, and they are probably the best young team in the league that can challenge for the next 3-4 years out of everybody that's here, because everybody else is having to refresh or re-energise. Liverpool have done it, major investment in players. City have done it, for example, where you bring in Haaland, you bring in Ake, these kind of players. We've done it anyway. You guys have blown the market in Chelsea anyway, where you've tried to re-energise a team. But ultimately, you get to a medium ground and you think with Arsenal now, it's all about mentality, because the ability is there to go on and win this season, because they've done it against a lot of the big teams in this season where they've performed. But your performance goes out the window when you go for a title. You can stink a place out and win. You could stink Anfield out, but win 1-0. Nobody's going to care at the end of the season, because as soon as you get those 3 points, that's all you care about. You move to the next game. And that's how, for example, with City, when they went to, say, Burnley, for example, they won a Premier League title by millimetres.
I remember that game.
Literally millimetres in that season. That's what won them the title overall. And when you think about the consistency of teams, Arsenal have had their luck to get to where they are. You need a bit of luck if you're going to win a title. But also, you need to balls it out. And the biggest test that you can do is you go to Anfield and you balls it out. And at the end of the day, with Arteta as a coach as well, he's been there and he's been rattled by the crowd. He's been rattled just as a manager. And he got whitewashed 4-0 in that one game.
Oh, was it 4-0?
Ultimately, it's a learning curve for all.
Was it 4-0?
I think it was 4-0. It was when he had the touchline antics with Klopp, wasn't it?
Oh, right.
I think it was 4. I can't remember if it was last season or the previous season, but it was 4-0 in one of the games.
It was 4 or 5, I don't remember.
Yeah, but like you said, they got whitewashed in the game. So ultimately, a lot of players, in terms of the PTSD in this game, you have winners. You have Jesus and Zinchenko who have done it, but 1 or 2 cannot carry the rest of the 8 or 9 players in the squad. It doesn't happen. It's what's in your head and it's what's down below. And if you've got a set of both of them, right, you need to go to Anfield and you need to show it and you need to prove it. You fight for every ball. You fight for the second balls. And at the end of the day, the one thing that Arsenal cannot do in this game, they cannot have a blow-up or a reaction. Like what Arteta had in that game that I've just alluded to. Like we know Granit Xhaka has that switch that can just click in his head. You do something like that in this sort of game, and it changes it.
Is that Arsenal will have to do the double over Liverpool?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they have to.
I just think the mental strain that it will have on them, because we know the history of going to Anfield. A lot of teams struggle going to Anfield, whether it be now or 10 years ago, when Liverpool weren't exactly the team that they are now. Whenever you go to Anfield, you've always got that in the back of your mind where you're thinking, this is a game that can define our season. Because ultimately, we know anyway with me and Shamire, it scars you. Not just as fans, but as players and as coaches, you have to learn from it. And we're going to see if Mikel Arteta has learned from when he was there last time. Because even him as a coach, like I just said, got swallowed up in the atmosphere of the crowd. And then they went and lost the game 4. I think they were only losing 1-0 at the point in time. They were still in the game when the antics actually happened. Consistency kicked in and they capitulated and they lost the game 4-0. And ultimately, you then take that towards the end of the season. Like I said, they've still got to go to St James's Park.
Yeah,
PTSD will kick in that game where they'll think we've been
and
in.
they still have to go to
Etihad.
They have to go to Etihad again.
Yeah, and they have to win both matches too.
Like we've not even spoken about the big game there, but the only thing that I guess Arsenal can bank on is if they can keep it going as far as they can for now, and when Manchester City have the other fixtures, albeit they have the squad depth, but they have then got to go to Wembley and they have to compete. They've got to compete off ground. They've got over travelling Europe. You've got Madrid. You've got Bayern potential. Bayern. Then you've got Madrid potentially. You've got all the flights, the travelling. Three. Near enough 4 games in like 10 days when it gets to the end of the season. But with Arsenal, they only have one thing that is left, and that is the Premier League. They don't have to focus on anything else. And at the end of the season, if Mikel Arteta does not bring that title home, if Arsenal fans settle for second place, then they will never get this opportunity to go so consistently and this far a game. Because Manchester City were only going to get better and better. Arsenal, we only know, have just got better. But can they keep this consistency of the same performances season after season? It remains to be seen. But, like you say, it's fine margins in football. And I just alluded to earlier, City won it out by millimetres. Arsenal, you might have to do something similar. Or you might have to win it on a silly decision, a VAR controversy or something like that.
And Tom,
the comparison that I made to someone was, this week we saw Madrid go to Barcelona, top of the league, and battered them 4-0. We saw Milan batter Napoli 4-0. So when when the pressure is on, sometimes strange things happen. I talk about Liverpool. Of all the teams in the Premier League that we play, the one I get the most heartburn over is playing Liverpool at Anfield. It's one.
Yeah.
People say, okay, talk about there's a rival between City and United. There's rival. There's because they're in the same city. There's that old rivalry from. For me, but this
is a new rivalry, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's the Liverpool one because of the fact that these guys, they know each other so well. And any moment. I mean, let's put it this way: the game at the Etihad. Let's be clear, Tom. Right, 1-0. If Jack Grealish does not make that run and block that shot
2-0
from Mohamed Salah, it's 2-0. The game's over. You're not coming back.
True.
The game is done. That's 2 shots, 2 goals against Liverpool. Now you have to chase. So it's those moments that just make the difference. That's why even with Erling Haaland, we couldn't win at Anfield.
Yeah.
The year before we entered Anfield, we got the draw, and we won the league. That was 2-2. The only time we won at Anfield was a 4-1 during COVID.
COVID, yeah.
With no fans.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
True.
Yeah.
No, it's not easy, no.
So if they do it, kudos to them. I doff my cap. Well done. You deserve it.
But what does it?
They don't do it, Abdullahi. Like Thomas said, I think pressure will kick in. Massive pressure.
Start losing.
Now they have to go to West Ham, which they probably have to win, and probably win. But the pressure now starts again, and then the gap closes.
Mr. Carl, guess what? After West Ham, they play Chelsea and they play City and they play Chelsea.
Yeah, those are big games. So this game for them, I mentioned before this game last week. I said that there are 2 games I'm looking forward to. Our game last week, and I was breaking it. Let's be fair. I won't lie, right? And then this game this weekend, because you just never know what Liverpool's going to show up.
Yeah,
you just never know which one's going to show up.
Yeah,
we'll find out in 24 hours.
Yeah, Yasser, your take on Liverpool Arsenal?
I don't know. This is a very tough game to call because, surprise, Liverpool are actually absolutely phenomenal at home this season. That's crazy. They have one of the best workers at home. Like, they're on par with United and Arsenal with the most, who wins at home or something crazy like that. I don't, which makes you wonder like why. It makes you wonder why they're so bad away from home. It's crazy. They're like it's night and day. Um, so it's a very tough one to call because you look at the two teams and you're like, there's nowhere close. You know, you look at Arsenal, they're head and shoulders above Liverpool this season. Arsenal have been the best team this season, and Liverpool have been nothing but short of a disappointment. If it wasn't, they've been disappointing. They've been outplayed by a lot of teams. You know, the Brentford game, the Brighton game, et cetera, yada yada. So I don't know where to call this game because, you know, he rested players during the Chelsea game. He did, and I believe he rested it for this game. Salah didn't play the full 90 minutes. Trent didn't play the full 90 minutes. He rested the team, some of the players. Van Dijk was out, so Van Dijk didn't play. For whatever reason, he can motivate his team at home, and they play very well at home. They press, they work hard, they close down. They play well. They play well at home, very well at home. Completely opposite away from home. So it's going to be tough for Arsenal, and I do see Arsenal winning, but it's going to be a lot tougher than people expect. I think Liverpool is going to make them really work for it, and it's going to be, and it's going to be one of those questions like, why are Liverpool so much better at home than they're away from home? And you know, that I think that literally comes down to the management. Like, if you can motivate your team at home when you have your home crowd and everything, then what are you not doing away from home? You know. So I think Abdullah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Like, I think people think it's Arsenal. They look at Arsenal. They look at Liverpool.
I'm not jinxing, guys. Emily, I'm not jinxing because it's Liverpool. You are playing in Anfield. Liverpool are not playing at Emirates Stadium because you are playing at Anfield, and we didn't win there. When we went there, Manchester City didn't win there. They lost. So a lot of top 6 clubs have gone to Anfield and they lost. United went there and they get 7-0 in Anfield. So Arsenal are a beatable team. Once you take your chances against them, they are beatable. Same with Liverpool too. It's all about which Liverpool is going to show up on Sunday. We don't know. I know which Arsenal is showing up on Sunday. I know which Arsenal is showing up. I don't know the Liverpool that is showing up on Sunday. I don't know. Because it's in Anfield.
No, it's you're 100% right. I don't know because, you know, you expect Arsenal to win, you know, because, you know, they're going for a title. They're the best team in the league so far, yada yada. I know Man City, they look like they are in the form that they were in like a year ago. So Man City don't look like they're gonna lose any games. So you think Arsenal are gonna just go into Anfield and, you know, beat Liverpool, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I won't be surprised. This is gonna be a tough game. There's gonna be a tough game. You're gonna see Liverpool players close down players. You're gonna see them press like they never pressed before. You're gonna see players like Henderson pressing the midfield, and you're gonna see a lot of energy that you haven't seen throughout the whole entire season. That's what Liverpool do at home. They use their crowd energy and they lift their game. You know, so.
And yes, if Liverpool scare first, it's game over. It is just bye-bye.
No,
Go ahead, yes, sir.
No, I think it's gonna be like the game's gonna be like 3-2. I think Arsenal are just about, they will just win it. They won't run away with it. I think that's what Liverpool are gonna do. Liverpool, that's what they do at home. They press you. They play, they match your energy, and away from home they play completely the opposite. I don't know. It's weird.
I think it won't be close. I think it's going to be like 4-4-2 or 4-1 to Liverpool.
You think Liverpool will be 4-1?
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing that.
And you know, here's why I say so, right? I went back. I looked at the Aston Villa Arsenal game, the Bournemouth Arsenal game. I even went back to the City Arsenal game.
Even the Leeds, they were very lucky because Leeds had their chances, but
I mean, beating Leeds and all these. I mean,
Leeds had their chances in Emirates and they missed it.
When I looked at the higher level teams that they played, Brighton. They played Brighton. It was 4-3. They will concede goals. So in each of those games, they conceded at least 3 goals, 2-3 goals. I think it's going to be 3 or 4-1.
Nah, with that Liverpool defense, like, there's no way Arsenal is scoring minimum 2-3 goals. That Liverpool
if they take their chances.
No, because United had their chances, and that's the thing. The thing is that obviously I don't know the back four they're gonna play. I don't know if Van Dijk is fit or if he's injured. I don't know if Trent is gonna be back there as well. But for me, with the defense, I've seen like Liverpool, they always give you opportunities, and even Man U, that first half they could have scored. For me, is that the way Arsenal. Obviously, they missed the chance, but Liverpool always give you chances. It's like it's up to you to take the chances.
Everything gives you chances.
No, they do, but Liverpool they give you like big chances. Like
Arsenal will give you chances also, though.
No, they will, but the thing is,
that's how the game is.
No, they will, but that's what I'm saying. That I'm the way Liverpool. I'm sorry, like Arsenal are scoring minimum 2. Like the way Liverpool, the defense is like they give you too many up, and the way the Arsenal attackers.
How many goals did Chelsea score against Arsenal, against Liverpool?
0.
It should have. No. You could, like, if you take it to Chelsea, if they give the same chances they give Chelsea, Arsenal scoring at least 3 goals. Chelsea means like.
The reason why I'm bringing this is because I think what's going on in people's brain is the fact that they look at the City game and they say, "Oh, Liverpool conceded 4 against City." City can do that to anybody on their day. Anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, City put 7 past Leipzig.
Yeah, but like Arsenal attack right now, I think Arsenal is scoring a lot of goals. That Jesus does come back and score 2.
United, right? So on their day they can put any past. And City put 5 past Madrid last year.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think we should, look at that game and say, "Oh, because they considered 4."
No, that's not the only. Like I said, I've seen them I've seen them.
How many goals? Apart from the City game, in the past 5 games, how many goals have Liverpool conceded?
But that, like, for example, the Chelsea game, you can't tell me that's not because Liverpool, it's because Chelsea attackers were poor.
Let's look at the facts. I mean, in the past 5 games, City game,
obviously, there's facts, but you have to. If you look at the game, like, so if some of the chances Chelsea, it's not because Liverpool are this great. Like, it's just because Chelsea, like, attack, like, these guys have a lack of confidence, and like these guys cannot, even if they go wide open goals, these guys.
United had lack of confidence after winning.
No, United had their chances, but obviously it was a derby and all that stuff. So and then the
game is about chances. The game is about if you take a chance tonight. That's how the game is. I mean, if City, Jack Grealish didn't stop that from Salah, it's 2-0, and when
that's one. But the thing is that mind you, the second half, what happened? Second half, they just started like it was a capitulation because first half I think it was 1-0.
But Kenny, this is me talking now because I said it already. Liverpool are not playing for anything this season.
No, the problem, and I understand where Kenny is coming from. The problem is that 4-1 loss is so recent in people's minds. They can't look at. Let's look at I'm going to pull up the last 6 games for Liverpool. Let's see how many goals they conceded.
Now, Abdullah, share my tweet I sent to you, bro.
I saw you. I'll share it. Hold on.
Let's see how many goals has Liverpool conceded in the past in the Premier League in the past 4 or 5 games.
Liverpool conceded 9 goals all season at home.
So this is Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at it. So let's see. Before the City game, how many did they concede?
Okay. Brighton, they conceded 3. Wolves was 2-2. 1-0.
It's not a fortress anymore. It's not a fortress. Anfield not a fortress, my guy.
2-1.
All I'm saying is that the games when I watched
Anfield?
Anfield. When I watch Liverpool, even at Anfield, it's open games.
0
It's
goals.
very open. Yeah.
Okay. Crystal Palace 0-0 because away.
Yeah.
Wolves 0.
Crystal Palace.
So they haven't conceded any goals at home.
Crystal, but who have they played against?
United.
United.
No, except United.
Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves like attack is not really. They're terrible.
No, Abdullah, share my tweet, bro. Share my tweet.
Okay, and the play against okay, it was 0-0 against us, so that was it.
No, we just have to see because that Liverpool.
Yeah, so apart from the City game, go ahead, share Yasser's tweet. Let's see.
I'm gonna do. Hold on. Okay.
I mean, I came with my left was like
pitch points is 100% right. They don't see goals at home. Yeah,
there we go. There we go.
Conceded at home in the Premier League. Liverpool 9.
I don't think it's gonna be some crazy high scoring goal, but high scoring game.
Liverpool will make it their scoring. It's Liverpool. They will make it their scoring.
When I saw this, I was shocked.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
And it's true, yeah. But I think like for me, from what I've watched from Arsenal, for me they've been very confident. Obviously, everyone is like, last year they did fumble forward plays. So we're like, they're going to cope with the pressure and all that stuff.
But
my problem is apart from, I guess Spurs is shit, so it can't include Spurs.
But Chelsea's there too, bro. Chelsea. Shout out to Graham Potter, bro.
Yeah.
I was Tony from here.
Potter's problem was scoring goals. Was scoring goals.
Abdullah doesn't want to hit that guy's name ever again.
No, scoring goals has been an issue for a long time. Like Chelsea.
No, but
9 goals.
That's always been Potter's issue. Scoring goals. Every coach is, even at Brighton, that was a problem. They're over.
We'll get it.
Yeah. We'll get there. But yeah, for me, all I'm saying is that I think it's gonna be a close. I think people love Arsenal should be favorites, obviously they're in form. But I don't think Liverpool are gonna. But the thing is that the form I'm seeing from Liverpool and the only thing that obviously they're still fighting for top 4.
Kenny, let me ask you. Before they played the United at the Anfield, do you expect them? They were in the same similar form when they played United at Anfield, and that match should have been 10-0.
No, but after that was that was a free game.
That was a free game. But the thing and Man U as well.
And I said,
I think after that they scored 7 goals from 8 shots on target.
Yeah, that was
I'm saying like that's
you have Salah in attack. You don't need that much. You don't need that many chances to score. You don't need.
But a lot of these goals they scored, it was like crazy bounces went their way. I'm not gonna lie. Like at least 3-4 goals was like, that's the bounces was crazy. Like one of the Salah goals, like I think it was McTominay or someone tackled it and it went into like somebody else. They were like ping pong. Like I don't know what was going on. That like some of these goals, it was just like that was their day. That day,
it was just. It was their day. They scored some.
Yeah, it was their day.
Too. Like
some crazy goals. So if Liverpool, if they're on their day, like I said, they can beat them. But for me, the Liverpool that I've been seeing, I can't be guaranteed that they're going to turn up and then they're going to be the crazy Liverpool.
No.
I've not seen that Liverpool that season. Yeah, even at Anfield, I haven't seen it enough.
Come back, because I don't know what happened. I think Skimmy had to kick out Gullet. I don't know.
No, I think Abdullah.
Come out. Yeah, go ahead.
Abdullah, I think that's 7-0, bro. Like we all know Anfield is a hard place to play. Even if everybody knows Anfield is maybe the hardest place to play in the world in world football. Maybe it's up there. But I think that 7-0 kind of it clouds everybody's judgment a little bit too much. Because at the end of the day, like. Yes, Anfield is hard to play. It's hard to win there. They've only lost 1 match there this season. What I'm saying is Arsenal are not united. They're not united. Arsenal will not fold like that.
No, but they folded. They folded last season. Why should they not fold this season?
That's last season.
Last season.
They're a different team. Come on, you can't say last season. Like that's clearly a different team.
No, guys, come on. Let's be fair. Let's be honest. It's not as competitive as this is just like Pitch said earlier, like at the beginning of the show. The league is not as competitive as it was before. Come on, guys, let's be honest.
I don't know, but you see when people say that, like except West Ham that have been poor this season and Chelsea and Liverpool that have dropped. Newcastle are better this season than they were last season. Brighton are better this season than they were last season. Team like
are you going to compare these? Are you going to compare these? Come on now.
No, but it's true. Like, obviously, you can say that. You can say the top teams have dropped, but for me, the meat teams, like people, for me, they've been better this season than they were last season.
Yeah, it's fair.
For me,
I
it's
mean, the other teams have been better, but the top teams have not been at their level.
They've not been good.
that
They've
I
not
agree.
been good.
Yeah, the
No,
top
but-
teams.
And,
Yeah.
I mean,
and you need to remember, Liverpool came off after like what? They played the maximum number of games last season, correct?
Yeah, they played
Right?
a lot of games. Yeah.
All of the
Yeah.
players are finished. They're finished
but you gotta
completely.
you
Look
gotta
at
give
City. Look at City
You
this
gotta give
season. You
Arsenal
guys are
credit,
in
man.
3 competitions. You guys are in 3 competitions, and you're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
playing as well as you did last season. So yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be fatigue. I get that because they've been playing a lot of games and a lot of competitions. It's normal that obviously there's gonna be fatigue in these top teams.
One thing I'll say is,
But that happens to everybody, so you can't use that against Arsenal.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
one thing I'll say is I think Arsenal is gonna win the league. I think they.
I mean, yes, I don't know because.
But
They
here's the thing. If could be a big game. Because if somehow, some way Arsenal does not beat Liverpool, and they drop points, then I think
the only problem, Kenny.
I think all bets are off.
My only problem is
I think if Arsenal wants to win the league, they have to beat Liverpool.
they can't draw. They can't draw or lose. They cannot.
Yeah,
they have to.
They gotta win.
I mentioned a few weeks ago. I said that the honeymoon of easy games at home is over.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the big time. You don't believe me? Go ask Liverpool. You want to win the league, you have to win.
Game.
You have to get 96 plus points.
Yeah. No, because
I don't know. I don't know this season if you're gonna. I don't know this season if you're gonna.
You don't need it.
You have to get at least 94 points, right? If Arsenal can get 90, they have to get 95 points.
I don't know. Like even City, I like City, yeah, but like the way people think that City are just gonna win the rest of the games. Like, I'm not seeing it.
They have someone who scores 37 goals, man. Come on, let's put some.
No, they have the experience. No, they do.
If I remind you, Arsenal have to, and I'm not because I'm a City fan. Arsenal have to go to the Etihad.
Yep.
And try to beat them. I ain't happy.
And City have a game in hand, right?
No, they don't need to beat them. A draw is enough for them. They don't need to beat them. But see, Arsenal going there, they need a draw. City is going to need the win.
Get a draw at the Etihad.
Like who said? I don't know. Maybe they might.
Arsenal will not get a draw at the Etihad.
We'll see. Oh.
Arteta is not going to come to Guardiola and get a draw. He's never gotten one. Even at the Emirates, at their pomp and height of this season.
No.
Right?
The issue is
even that Emirates game was a close game.
It
was a close game. Come on.
Let me share some facts with you, okay?
Oh man.
Number one, the game was 3-1. Number two, the XG from 28 minutes to 82 minutes was 0.00. The only goal they scored was
every time you mention XG, man, XG is not a good word for. It's not a good word.
Just telling you facts.
No, XG square and all that, but the first goal, which helped you a lot, was a silly mistake from one of the players.
Why was it a mistake? Who was pressing him?
Huh?
Who was pressing him?
Is it a mistake, or even if you press him, it was a mistake? Yes or no? Yes, it was.
Yeah, but how did you make a mistake? Why did you make?
Obviously, you guys pressed him, but it was a mistake. At the end of the day, it's still a mistake, even if you get pressed.
How are goals scored?
But it's a mistake. Like how do you call it? The Donnarumma when Karim Benzema pressed him, but at the end of the day, it's still a mistake. It's a mistake. You did want to press him, but it was a mistake. They did dominate you for most of that game. Obviously, you guys took your chances, and they didn't.
I looked at the matches coming up for the two teams they're running. Do you know that Frank Lampard can actually have a say in this title race? That's crazy. That's crazy.
No.
Man City and Arsenal.
No. Frank Lampard again.
Lampard.
Frank Lampard is trash against big teams. Like against big teams, we have no chance.
Think about it this way, right? Frank Lampard, Champions League, saves football by stopping Arsenal. I'm saying, man, come on, that's a movie. That's a Hollywood.
That Arsenal, that Chelsea versus Arsenal game, bro, with Lampard in charge, because it's Lampard and passion from the fans, he's gonna want to beat Arsenal. It's not gonna be easy.
I'm not saying it. Lampard in big games, Lampard in big games is terrible. He's Emirates.
Oh, they're gonna they will lose. Never mind.
Now Lampard in big games, Lampard against this small team, but when he's top teams, like we all like this guy is trash.
Bro,
We're losing every time we play against.
Lampard lost to this guy in the FA Cup final. Remember? He
Yeah,
gave Arteta his first setting.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
they lost to that. Arteta
Oh,
won the
man,
FA
I
Cup
forgot
against-
about that, bro.
But come on, guys, come on. Imagine Lampard, blood clot young, 95 minutes. 1-0.
No,
Think
we just have
about
to
it.
see.
Think about it.
No,
Think about it.
see,
Process it.
that would be sick. That would be sick.
It'll be sick after, right? It'll be super sick.
Yeah,
No, we just have.
No,
we just
it
have
would
to see
be, it
what
would
happens
be.
between the Arsenal and Liverpool game. I mean, it's tough to call, but honestly,
Do
man,
you think
like,
Aubameyang does a backflip if he scores?
Oh my god.
Nah, not him. He's not gonna celebrate, man.
Guys,
Man has Arsenal
the
to-
Black Panther mask is coming out of retirement.
Nah, I don't think so.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Arsenal season could literally be the best season, one of the best seasons of all time. Literally, the way it ends and everything, it could be amazing.
but yes,
and it could also be an unbelievable, horrendous end of the season.
bro, if they lose, man,
Please,
because they
Please,
got
may
bounced
you
out.
run this. I beg.
Losing to Chelsea. Imagine you beat. Okay, if they beat Liverpool, if they end up drawing with Man City, so they drop points to City, and then out of sudden they're 3 points ahead or whatever of Man City, and somehow, some way they end up losing to Frank Lampard's Chelsea with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Out of all people,
Nah, but
I
Aubameyang
think
is not
that's
gonna play. Aubameyang's not gonna play.
You're reading the script. You're reading the script, bro. You're reading the script.
No. See that will be sick. That would be sick and twisted. That would be sick and twisted. Nah. I mean,
that's Disney Plus, man.
Can
This
the
is
streets
not
handle
happening,
that?
man.
Can the streets handle that? Can it? Huh? Is the streets
Nah,
ready
nah.
for such? Oh my
Nah.
god, man! Wow.
you know what? At this point, if that happens, then give Lampard a 5-year contract, bro. Sign him.
Nah. You see, that's what don't want to happen. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it already. They better hire a new coach before. I need to see that. No. I need to see that. No. We can't be doing that.
I'll tell you something hilarious.
We can't be sucking like all. We can't be sucking like you Man United fans with Ole. I know if he beats Real Madrid, people are going to start going crazy.
Kenny, I have a story for you guys. Yasser, the other day, right? I was on Twitter and I saw someone post, "What if Frank Lampard wins the Champions League?" And right under that post, I saw someone put. Do you remember the Ferdinand sign? Give it to Ole. Let him write down his number. Sign the contract.
Yeah. The real. Listen. You guys think I'm joking? I guess the Real Madrid game, I'm aware. My house is full of Chelsea.
Lampard is not beating Real Madrid.
My house is full of Chelsea.
Lampard is not beating Real Madrid.
I'm not lying to you. Look. There's a Chelsea pants, a Chelsea sweats. Bro, I have an Eden Hazard one. There's an Eden Hazard jersey that has was it the Yamaha one?
Yokohama, yeah.
Bro, you think I'm joking? I might wear that for that.
Nah, that's what we need to hire a new. I need to see the announcement of the next coach because I don't even want to think about it. Like we've done Lampard, like there's no way.
Bullet said,
Don't let rival fans try to scare
Bullet.
No, it's not even rival fans because I'm seeing Chelsea fans. I'm seeing some of them because a lot of them they were pissed that Lampard got sacked and they were pissed up. So I know these guys,
bro,
because the guy's a club legend and all that stuff.
You see Roy Jennings?
You see the guys like
Bro,
that, yeah. Oh my God.
Yasser, Lampard, interim manager, best day of your life. Your child's birth, second best day. Your wedding day, third best day. I don't know how to argue someone like that, man. What do you tell someone like that?
I'm sorry, guys like that. They need to get the life straight because this is criminal offense right there.
No, but this
is what I was trying to explain to people. Why would you do that?
Because
Why?
Yes, sir. This is what I'm.
Why would you put yourself in this situation?
Yes, sir. Don't you see why they're doing this?
Frank Lampard is sensitive. It's a sensitive situation.
No,
man.
because they're trying to. Because they're using this. They're using this as a way this Lampard, this rules as a way for them to buy time because they know it's a guy that fans will
But
get
you mean
behind.
I don't believe
They
that.
hired a new coach.
I don't believe that. No, Abdullah is he's right here. Abdullah, did you believe that Potter was gonna get sacked this season?
I wanted him sacked since October last year.
I know you wanted, but did you think that Todd Bowley? Did you think they would have sacked him?
I think they wanted to because of the fans and majority of the boardroom wanted him gone. It was just Bowley that was holding him out. So I think once the fans turned on Potter, and I think that was when he gets sacked because Bowley wanted to keep him on like at least end of the season, give him preseason, but the body was like, heck no, you're gonna let this man bounce.
And maybe part of himself, maybe part of himself wanted to leave because it was mutual consent.
No,
maybe they both said,
I think Potter knew like it was over his like. I think he knew the job was too big for him. I think even him like my man looked like if you see him before the job and after he looked like he aged like I don't know like 20 years.
You could tell he wasn't happy.
Yeah, the guy was tired.
But Kenny, you know one thing I don't understand is, why they couldn't just do this, So for example, pretend you're Graham Potter, right? Abdullahi is Todd Bowley, Vivell and everyone, Iqbal, whatever we're all here in the stream right now. Hey man, come Potter, come sit down. Listen, we've decided we're gonna let you go by the end of the season, but we want you to finish the season.
The way it was going there, and even the way he was speaking, like, and the fans, the way they were booing him, like, he had to get that. You couldn't leave him into the end of the season.
You briefed to the fans, to journalists that Potter is not going to be here by the end of the season.
Nah. You can't do that. You can't do that.
No, but the XG, that XG statement, the XG comment.
The XG comment was that's the straw that broke the camel's back, man.
Yeah,
that's the straw that.
His career. I swear to God, I don't think he can ever find work again. I don't think Potter can find work again.
But why would Potter go for that? Why would he agree to that?
Yeah, why would that? Yeah.
But why would he
agree to that?
At the end of the day, this is also a job. You want to leave a job peacefully. You don't want to leave a job.
The job is going to get fired.
No, let's be real. No, let's be honest. Like sometimes there's a way to leave a job. You leave a job graciously. That's what you do, man.
Yasser, let's be real. Yasser, 3 months. Yasser, 6 months of a job, you get 13 mil. You're not taking that? 13 mil for 6 months.
I just
Come on.
For me, it's just like I just don't like the idea of
there are scammers.
Now let's talk. Let's talk now.
I've been waiting. Let's do it.
Let's talk. So I want to talk about Lampard. I want to talk about Frank Lampard and
Francis.
People who knows me knows the video I did with HH. I lost my head that year. And
you use brain. Oh, I still remember that day. Oh my gosh. Abdullah said use bread.
That video I kind of it got a lot of likes. Hold on. It got a lot of likes and a lot of stuff for HH. And I do not want to do that same video again this year. I have begged God. I don't want to enter that scenario anymore. That video, Lord have mercy. Lampard completely finished me. He finished me completely with a stupid tactic. That is the reason I wanted him out of Stamford Bridge. Lampard, an interim coach, okay, I can ride with it. Lampard, a permanent coach, my mental health is very, very
Lampard is permanent.
I cannot survive that. My mental health is very key.
No, they won't. I don't think they'll do it. I don't think they're gonna do it. They won't do it.
No, they won't dare. They won't dare. They won't dare.
If Todd Bowley, Ekibali, whatever people are listening, please, Lord in heaven, please, our mental health is very key. Because how does Lampard beating Madrid? Maybe let's say by fluke, by Juju, we win. Okay.
No, I can't see it.
Todd Bowley, please announce a new manager by next month, May. Please. The Champions League final is in June the 3rd. Please. I want May 27. A new manager is in Stamford Bridge, watching us, assessing us, getting us ready.
Abdullah, who would you rather face in the semis, Bayern or City?
See, I don't want to see.
I'm not even thinking about semis no more. Yo, Frank Lampard is your coach. You really think we've been in Madrid? I'm seeing Madrid. All of a sudden, these guys are starting the ball. Benzema's been mean, and then all of a sudden now Ramadan Benzema, my man is scoring a hat tricks, and like, I'm sorry, you got no chance. We got no chance.
Lampard is not beating. Yeah, I don't see it.
We got no chance.
Kenny, the narratives are strong. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my gosh, nah.
So Chime, your take on Lampard and this weird ass stuff that's going on. It's not that messy.
I mean, my take on Lampard, at the end of the day, we all know Lampard is not a good coach. We all know Lampard's not a good coach. That one is not it's not a secret. Lampard's not a good coach. He was hired because of the transfer ban the first time. Really, he was just there as a step, as a stopgap. And maybe they're hoping he'll grow into a good coach, but he ended up not being the guy when they invested into him. He got fired. And he had you first at some point, right? That year. You guys were first at some point that you just started losing. He got sacked. And then with Everton, he got Everton. Everton was 20th when he left. And this guy, Sean Dyke, has got him out of relegation zone. So we know Lampard's not a good coach. I don't think they hired Lampard for permanent. But this is what I would say to Chelsea fans. This is what I would say, Chelsea fans, the reason what got you in this mess, remember what got you in this mess. The first time you sacked the coach, you rushed to sign another one immediately. So what the board is doing,
it was not rushed. It was pre-planned.
You hired Potter immediately after you sacked Tuchel. You gave him a 5-year deal.
No, they approached him before. They approached him before.
Yeah, they approached him a long time ago.
It was during the Cucurella sale.
Yeah.
Or even the summer.
Yeah, but
so think about it that way. Think about it's all marketing. The English team with a big fan base, get the English coach. He's up and coming,
anyway,
promising.
I don't want to go to because I don't want to get too far from the point. But what I'll say is like you don't want to jump back in and make a sim. You don't want to jump in just after firing a coach you didn't think you were going to fire in the first place, and then now you just hire a new coach immediately, and then now that coach you don't even know if it's the coach you want that you sack. You talk about sacking again in November. It's not how you do things. The way you're doing it now is you just take your time, relax, interview the coaches, see what their plans are, figure out what you want. As a club, and go from there. I think Lampard, man, it's just a ruse. You're hiring a guy that the fans love, fans will get behind, just to get the fans to be quiet for 9 games, to relax for 9 games, get them off the owners' backs while they can take their time to interview candidates, figure out who they want. Because you have weekends out there, you have Nagelsman out there, you have guys who are out there. I don't think Lampard's going to be the permanent coach, man. Of course, you're going to tell him, oh yeah, you have a chance. Because what else are you going to tell him? You have to. In order to get Rangnick to be an interim coach, you have to tell him that he had a sporting role afterwards.
Chimera, United fans, you're not being honest. The same thing with you're not being honest.
Chimera,
you guys are not being honest.
This is a problem I have with that. I've listened to his press conference. I've listened to reports that have come out. They're hinting at the fact that if this guy does well, they're going to do a job.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the issue.
No, but
why would you even put that out there?
What else are they gonna? Of course they're gonna say.
No, you be clear. Listen, Chimera, you're being disingenuous.
No, but
Chelsea,
you asked to get him.
You're acting like Chelsea has never had an. You're acting like Chelsea has never had an interim manager.
Yeah, but
Chelsea fans have been through this before.
But Goalkeeper is a known interim.
Yeah. We've been in Champions League finals with interim managers.
You act like, they have never seen. No, Chelsea fans know the drill. They know that Gusetic comes in, and he's going to be here temporarily. He's going to leave.
Gusetic is a known interim manager, bro. He's not a Gusetic is a known interim manager, and they got Rafa Benitez, and who was the coach? Mourinho. Bro, it's not like what is Lampard going to do in these 9 games to win the job? Like, what are we talking about?
See, I've seen Roberto Di Matteo. That's what I'm saying is they shouldn't. The thing is that for me, if his interim is cool, but for me, I don't. You see, Abdullah said wait until May. I don't even want to wait until May. You guys have this. 1 month, 3 weeks is enough to find your coach. I want this announced before. Nah.
Kenny, no.
No, you don't need time. No.
It is the managers. They don't want to come in right now. They don't.
No. Because I think they said that.
But no. He doesn't want to come now.
Yeah. I think Enrique is cool. I think he's Nagelsman because I think the first choice is still Nagelsman, and I think Nagelsman is going until the summer. So I think that's why they took.
But Kenny,
Yeah.
here's my issue. Here's my issue.
You haven't
Kenny, here's my issue.
interviewed.
No.
You haven't interviewed Nagelsman yet. I think you guys want to interview.
but Chime, here's
No,
my issue.
yeah, we're gonna bring
Is that
him
what
next
the
week
plans are?
Monday. Next week Monday, we'll interview face to face.
No, but here's my issue. Here's my issue, guys. If Nagelsman is the choice, right? And Nagelsman is waiting till the summer. What is he waiting for? That's the question.
The contract. The contract at Bayern.
Let me. If Frank Lampard goes to Real Madrid and Chelsea beat Real Madrid, there's almost 100% chance that Ancelotti will not be at Real Madrid next season. That's just the truth. So if Nagelsman is waiting for, i.e., a Real Madrid job, and the Real Madrid job comes up,
that's not.
That's not Real Madrid. No, I think he's just waiting.
Hold on. The reason why Nagelsman is winning the summer, he can't coach this year because he has a contract with Bayern still. He can't coach this year.
If you want him this year, you have to pay them.
By the
You have
summer,
to pay them.
It's not, by the summer you can be able to
You
get.
can't, it's like.
I understand Yasser's point. What if Real come in for him? What do we do?
What do you mean? If Real coming from the Zambia, he's gonna want to go.
I understand Yasser's
coach Real.
No, but even if Real goes for him, like I don't matter. Like there's coaches there. Nagelsman is good. He's my first choice, but Nagelsman is not the end all be all. There's other coaches out there.
No, but see, I don't get what Chelsea's doing. Chelsea won. Chelsea's winning to interview all the candidates, which is Nagelsman, and they need an interim coach. So what else are they gonna do?
No.
That I'm happy with that. But the thing is that if Lampard does well now, and imagine he exceeded expectation now, or if he does the unthinkable and get a Champions League final, the thing is that it becomes unsackable. And especially when
but Kenny, that's the risk you got to take with any interim you get. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, but the thing is that, but the thing is that right now they can't be taking any more risk because you have the pot. You just as the Tuchel and Potter fiasco, you can't be. And then with the type of money they've been spending, you can't. And right now you've messed up two coaches.
But Kenny,
the next coach, you can't be taking no risk. This has to be the good coach, especially with the players there. And some of the players, you hear them, they getting pissed off a bit that this man are just sacking manager up left. Like there's a different manager. You need to get the next guy right. You can't if Lampard does right, you can't be keeping him and then having another sacking stuff next season again.
That's why I think they're taking their time doing interviews,
doing
it the right way. That's why I think the way they do. That's why I think they're taking their time with this because they want to get this one right.
Chime, I don't have issue with you taking your time, but also I have an issue with you not knowing what you're looking for. Like let's be real out here. Who are these managers they're interviewing? Because I'm hearing a lot of reports that if you're telling me they're interviewing a lot of managers, why are you interviewing a lot of managers?
Because they weren't expecting to sack Potter. They weren't expecting to sack Potter.
No. But one point is you should already have an idea of what you're looking for. So you're telling me now? You're going to start from scratch now and decide?
Yeah, because
I think they have an idea. I think they have an idea.
Okay,
but you have to but there's a lot. I think there's 7 man there. It's not that much, but it's like obviously you don't want to be. Obviously, it's good to be. Last time we were focused on one guy, Potter. We saw it happens. So it's good to have options. You never know what can happen because there's other.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But here's my point, and this is something that people need to understand: is okay. At the end of the day, you need to have an idea of what you're doing. All right, and and from what we understand is they want to take their time. They're bringing in Lampard. They wanted to interview all this yada yada, right? But here's the issue. Like, can you say you're bringing in a club legend that the fan base had a hard time when he got sacked? It was a hard time for the fans.
Yeah, people actually arguing about it.
No, but
I remember that.
Man, you guys should leave this Lampard thing. Lampard is nobody's just here for 9 games, 11 games.
Oh my god!
He's already known.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's only 9 games.
Hopefully.
That's what I'm saying.
It's also because Lampard has never said his goodbyes to Chelsea as a player, even as a coach. So at least now Chelsea fans know his last day,
Emmy.
which is actually
Emmy, wait, Emmy, let me ask you a question.
Finally finds a way to tell him he's bye-bye.
Let me ask you a question. Look now, if Lampard wins the Champions League now, do you think that
Champions League?
No, you say hopefully, like I said, you never know. But imagine he wins the Champions League.
He's not.
If he wins the Champions League now, how are you gonna justify sacking him?
I mean, you can't run away.
It's a contract. His contract ends at the end of May.
No, even if he ends at the end of May, if he wins the Champions League, there's no way.
Emmy, the guy himself said that if things go well,
You're lying to
you're lying.
He doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it.
No, he doesn't want to admit it, bro.
Already said it here.
Guys,
Lampard will not win more than 4 games between now and the end of the season.
Okay.
He's not winning more than 4 matches. I'm telling you, I'm saying it on record, he's not winning more. We've already gone through the remaining fixtures of Chelsea. We counted it. Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, I think maybe I can't remember the remaining two we called.
Let me work it out.
He's not winning more than 4 matches from the remaining 9.
But see, Abdullah,
prepare yourself for a while.
Yeah.
Abdullah, you see what fans
Prepare
are saying?
myself for what?
You see what fans are saying? They're saying what the Chelsea was. Don't you see this wide day?
How do you guys think Lampard is going to win the Champions League? For Christ's sake?
They hired him just to.
We don't think. We're just saying if.
He cannot.
They hired him just to get the fans off their back. That's it.
I've
fans off their back.
You expect Lampard to be manager?
I've seen Di Matteo from. I've seen an example before.
Won the Champions League because that team. Wait, hold on, guys. Let's not make things. Let's just make things. Have you seen? Do you see the players that Di Matteo? Wait, hold on. Do you see the players Di Matteo had? Those players had gone to 1 final and 4 semi-finals already. Right? Before the game. Right?
A lot of these players have gone to the final as well.
No, that's not true. Not the same players.
What do you mean? Mendy's still there, Thiago Silva's there, Mason Mount's there. You know, Mason.
Mendy started a match.
Huh?
Are you guys ready?
Trust me. Kepa is not in the pitch no more.
Let me hear
Next week, Wednesday, Madrid will end all.
You see who's going to start and go tomorrow. I bet you it's going to be Mendy. It's not going to be Kepa.
I don't care who starts, man. I don't have the rest of this season for Chelsea fans is vibes.
I don't disagree. I mean, I don't disagree.
See, let me tell you guys.
That's what I'm asking.
Don't put your.
If we're going to the Bernabeu on
Hey.
I want us to lose. I actually don't. I don't want us to.
Wait, hold on, guys. Let's go one by one. Wolves.
One after the other, guys.
Wolves next week is. I'm saying tomorrow is a draw, right?
A loss. Don't worry.
Chelsea's not beating Wolves in Wolves because they have a good coach.
It's a loss. It's not even.
And then we have Real Madrid. I triple dare Ancelotti to lose to Lampard in Bernabeu. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. And please don't tell me because we beat them last season. That was Tuchel. Tuchel is different. This is Lampard. As Lampard Lampard has never played at the Bernabeu before as a player. Never. No, you say you want him to be a coach to bring Chelsea, and then you want him to win in the Bernabeu. Man, guys, man.
Let me just finish real quick.
Lampard never played in the Bernabeu. Never.
Let me go ahead.
So pretty much to finish it, I'm gonna say this again, just to make my final point construed. I don't think Lampard's a good coach. So we can take that out. Lampard's not a good coach. We need to just get rid of that. Nobody here raised Lampard. So we need to get that out. Lampard's not a good coach. I don't know that. But that's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, it wasn't working with Potter. He had to go. And he's gone. Somebody had to be hired because the Bruno guy didn't want the job. He didn't want the job. You're not gonna hire a youth scout to come coach the team. So what they're doing is they're getting somebody to just appease the fans, to get them off their back so they have buy time to get somebody. Lampard's not going to be the permanent coach, man. He's not going to be the permanent coach. What is he going to do in 9 games to get his job? He has to win. Okay, he wins all 9 matches, so what? If Chelsea finish 8th, so what? If Chelsea is not beating Real Madrid, like, come on. It's not a fairy tale. Life's not a fairy tale. They're not beating Real Madrid. think Frank Lampard is
Chimere. Chai.
you think Frank Lampard is going to go to the Bernabeu and beat Real Madrid? Come on.
Is
Like, let's
this one of
stop
those
these
things?
fairy tale. He's not going to be the permanent Chelsea coach. Like, let's stop this.
Amen, no, amen. As I pray, amen.
Like, he's not going to be the permanent Chelsea coach. It's just to buy them time to go through interviews to figure out the guy they want, because the guy Nagelsman is not even available now to be interviewed. They haven't even talked with him yet. They want to talk with every
They're gonna
coach.
talk to him next week Monday, and they will decide next week Monday.
I don't even know. I don't even know if Nagelsmann will go to Chelsea. To me, I see Nagelsmann going to PSG.
Abdullah, bring up my avatar.
So you think Enrique will join Emmy? You think that Enrique will join?
I don't even know if Enrique. See the way these guys are going, they're looking for a yes man, and they're looking for the next yes man, and that's. I don't know if I heard Ancelotti is available, but Ancelotti is retiring.
Go ahead. Talk about Lampard. Talk about Liverpool too, but talk about Lampard first.
Nobody cares about Lampard, man. You guys are giving this guy too much props, man.
Good evening, Emmy, Iman, Yasir, Chimere, Ogaka, Kenny, Abdullah. Good evening, guys, man.
Good evening,
Good evening, bro. Good evening.
My Somalian friend.
Man, I had to put on some incense today. I listened to Keyman. I started meditating again, putting on some incense, dealing with this nonsense.
Nirvana, enlightenment,
Enlightenment and nirvana, I'm telling you. There is no other way out. Because even Hollywood cannot write Chelsea's script this season. I'm telling you. I can see that Yasser was trying to be the next Martin Scorsese. But brother, you cannot write Chelsea's script this season. It's going from ridiculous to abysmal to shambolic to an abomination. Literally, within one season. And we guys are here arguing. Like, let's be honest, guys. We are here arguing about who the next coach is going to be. Right? Look at the pattern that Todd Bowley is going on. Look at his trajectory. He got in a Potter, who is a yes man. He got in a Lampard now, who's a yes man. They're saying that they're interviewing coaches, right? Mm-hmm. We guys are forgetting that these coaches are human beings. They need assurances. They can see that our record with Abramovich and with Todd Bowley is day and night. If a coach comes from Europe now and moves all his family to the UK, do you think he will take a job where he will be sacked in 2 months? No. He needs assurances. And thanks to Todd Bowley, he has put our reputation in the mud. Literally. Mm-hmm. So I don't even know who's going to touch us. Even with a pole or a stick, or even spit on us right now, in terms of coaches. If there is no assurances that any good coach gets at least a season or two minimum, then I don't think any of these big coaches are going to come in. It's going to be tough. And the second point I want to add to what Emmy said, right? Emmy, you remember when we hired Gus Hiddink as the caretaker, right?
Yeah, the first time, yeah. He
yes,
came twice, right? The first time he won the FA Cup.
Yes, the first time he won the FA Cup, and then we hired him again for the second time.
The second time was 2009, right? When Barcelona cheated us that time. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And we brought in Rafa Benitez as well as a caretaker, remember?
Yes, 2013, when we won the Europa League. Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know what's funny, Emmy? Sky Sports News, right? Mm-hmm. Yesterday, they said, like literally after Lampard was confirmed, right? Mm-hmm. They said that Lampard is in serious negotiations with Chelsea. The first thing that's what I'm saying. The first thing that came into my head is, what do you mean by serious negotiations? This guy's already confirmed as a caretaker. So I'm thinking to myself, if there is serious negotiations in terms of a caretaker, then where were the serious negotiations for Gus and Rafa Benitez?
See,
that's the first point.
Good. See, let me just add real quick. If Todd Bowley ventures make Lampard permanent, there'll be trouble.
The club is finished.
That means, see, let me just tell you categorically, Chelsea will be finished as a top 6 club. Finished.
Emmy, do you hear what Gula said? And it makes sense because What if these coaches that they want the Vales and the Vale obviously want Nagelsman. Someone in the Chelsea board probably wants Luis Enrique. If they don't get those two managers and they cannot agree on the manager they want, then what is for them to say? You know what? Let's stick with the manager that's here.
Are you crazy?
No, they won't do that.
A manager that Everton sacked.
No, they won't do that.
I was
They're not gonna do
18th.
that.
Emmy, I'm telling you, Emmy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just watch the space, Emmy.
No.
Then
See, let me tell you what will happen, Yasser.
Yeah.
Then guess what? Their entire investment in this club will become paper. It will be useless. It will be worthless. All the 600 million pounds that they've put into this club, they cannot even sell any of those players and get back the value they bought them for right now. Those players have lost book value on the books. Let me just tell you, they've lost book value. You cannot sell Enzo Fernandez for 100 million now. Nobody's going to buy him. You cannot sell Modric. None of those players have any value. And what I need to tell you is this: if Chelsea go another season without Champions League football, the club is done. It becomes Nottingham Forest in 1982.
But you know what's funny, Amy, right? All these scenarios that you just brought up, I've thought about it after that nonsense I heard from Sky Sports News. The thing that came to me is, what if these idiots called Todd Bowley and Ed Barley actually had to spend money into the club and buy players as part of their agreement with Roman in the clause?
Yes. Yeah, no. I agree, Goled. They've not spent their money. So this money that they spend, this 600 million, 500 million of it was money that Roman put back for the sale into the club in the equity, right? He put that money back, and they've drawn down that money, and they pretty much drawn out that money and added 100 million of theirs, which was also, remember, they signed to put in 175 million every year for 10 years into the club. So you see, everything they've spent is calculated amount, right? They can't go and spend more than what they have actually budgeted for. So next year, people think that every year Chelsea will spend 300 million for that's a joke. These guys, they're a venture capitalist company that owns Chelsea. Clearly,
and Amy,
capitalist work. It's pretty much using people's money to make, right? Over time, right? So as a pool of money, generates a little ROI over time, right? So these guys are not going to be spending the money they spent already is Roman's money.
Yes, and this is the scary part for me, right? What if that money that they spent was just a smoke and mirrors? And I'll tell you why I say that, right? Because when I looked at the scenario in terms of appointing a new manager, like I said to you, from the way that Todd Bowley has been functioning, or I would say his ownership in this club has been very questionable. He said to us verbatim in January that when Vivel comes in and Paul Winstanley comes in and Lawrence Stewart comes in, he's going to step down from making decisions, right?
Well, it's not yet. Okay, firstly, let me intersect on that point about this money thing. I don't think they bought Chelsea for it to be a below top 4 club. I'm saying it does not make any financial sense. It does not.
Yeah, because it does not sell this club.
It will not be profitable.
Yeah,
it will not. You cannot buy a club for 4 billion and then end up 8th every season. No, the books will not balance.
Yeah, it's not balanced because
that's correct.
What actually gives the most volume of cash into this club is not gate takings. It's the European football, right? Because with that European football, you have leverage to actually, get some more money from your lenders, right? Because they can bet that you're gonna have more games. At least you have 10 more games, right? Than your regular games, and that will bring you up. And then also the TV rights that come with European games, European football too. If Chelsea is losing that for 2-3 seasons, And Chelsea,
I mean, have you seen our new sponsorship?
the salary.
Have you seen the new sponsor? The new sponsor for 7 years for next season.
Who is that?
People are gonna be some point something. He's on FaceTime. Let me find it. They are gonna be the one.
Oh, don't tell me it's Metro PCS, please.
The last.
Emmy, you're
let me
100%
bring that
right.
out. Hold on.
You're
Keep talking.
Yeah, you're 100% right, Emmy, right? And Keeman said this the right thing, which means they need to make money. But since nobody can predict where this storyline is heading with Chelsea, even if you bring a Buddha or a guru, he doesn't understand where this team and this so-called plan is heading at the moment, right? So all I can do is go by the American owners that are in the Premier League, aka Kroenke, the Glazers, and FSG.
So this is our this is our new sponsorship for next season. This is people that are sponsoring us for both the t-shirts, everything going forward in the next 7 years.
Who the hell? Who are these guys?
Oh my God, Brighton. We're Brighton now.
It's a Spanish. I think it's a Spanish company.
What do they do?
Let me see. I'm bringing it down.
I think it's IT related, but I'm not sure.
No, I think it's technology related. I think technology.
So the long-term partnership against Tempos X. This is the people that's going to be sponsoring us next season, from the jersey to the clothes to everything in the sport.
Continue to find club operational areas which will include.
Why can't they bring back Samsung? Eh? Why can't they bring back Samsung? Let's cook with Samsung.
Samsung will never touch us now.
Samsung will not touch us right now.
Fucking Huawei or Xiaomi or some shit.
We lost. Do you know? Let me just tell you guys. Let me just say this. Maybe you guys don't know. Chelsea has lost value as a club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Chelsea has lost value.
And we have to get and you have to get it back. We have to get it back.
And you know what's scary, Emmy? All the work that Abramovich did for over 10 plus years has been ruined in a year and a half. In a year and a half.
A year.
No, a year and a half, because since the sanctions started, this nonsense started before the season.
No, we're doing well. See, Goaled. We had 74 points last year. We finished third. We scored the most goals. Wait, hold on. We scored the most goals last season than we even did. I think the season we won the league. We scored more goals. See, let me tell you, by this time last season, right? We had 28 more goals than what we have currently, or so. We had 25 more points and 32 more goals than what we have currently.
No, you're right about that.
And remember, last season, Chelsea played without a striker, right?
No, you're right about that, Emmy. But what I meant by the sanction is not the sanction on the club, but the sanction on Roman.
Roman.
So I'm talking about from that moment.
Definitely destabilized the club. For sure.
Yeah, from that moment onwards, that's when our stock started going down. And Tolboli just added the icing on the cake on top with his nonsense.
No, good. I think sometimes arrogance can be the destruction of a person. Like Todd Bowley, you bought this club for so much money. The first, I remember he comes in, and the first thing he says is he's not going to change the footballing structure. That the people that are in the footballing structure was going to stay. Then a couple weeks later, he sacks everybody.
That was the first lie.
Anyone that knows anything about football, he sacks.
Okay, Emmy. Tempos Ex Machina. They are in San Francisco, California. Lord have mercy.
Okay, what do they do?
They're
probably an IT company, right? They probably do.
They are the technological company.
Yeah.
When were they founded? It's not up to 20 years.
They are technological system, and also it has a very big impact on NFL. So
we're heading to a digital world. So he's trying to drift us.
Let me just say this here, right? If I was a player right now and I had 1 year left on my contract, I'm leaving Chelsea this summer.
Absolutely.
Like Kovacic is leaving this summer for sure.
Absolutely.
Angolo
is staying because I think
Angolo is staying.
I think Golo is a very good person, and probably they've promised him that they'll make him one thing or the other. But Golo is
and not only that, his family is very content here.
Yeah, his family is
happy. He's Muslim, so he's very close to the Muslim community in London.
He's been way changes, man. He doesn't know
but you see people like Kovacic, I won't be surprised. Most of those guys, you start losing all your leaders. You already lost Jorginho. You're going to lose even more leaders. At the end of the day, you now want to keep Lampard. If they keep Lampard, that would be disaster.
Emmy, you tell me if I'm going crazy, and everyone can hear me. Yasser and Co, right? You guys can tell me if I'm going crazy. The first point I made about the Sky Sports Series negotiation, that's point number one. Point number two is this guy brought in his own training staff. He brought in Joe Edwards. He brought in Ashley Cole. He brought in Paul Clement. You remember the guy who worked with Ancelotti before? Yeah. And he used to work with Chelsea before. He brought back Paul Clement, and he's going to bring in another person. So a caretaker is bringing on his own team for 9 days, and everyone in that team needs to get a salary. Deep this, think about it. And they need to sign a contract because nobody's going to come in for free, right? So when I put two twos together and I had serious negotiations and you're bringing in your team, then they must be, if they sign the contract, there must be a clause in the contract that could tell you if you win an X amount of games, and if the atmosphere in the stadium changes, because to be honest, we made it toxic in Stamford Bridge in the Aston Villa game.
But Gule, this is me. Okay, sorry, this is me talking now. Lampard is a legend. There's no way the match going forward is gonna go at him.
Yes,
it's not possible.
Yes, see that's the point.
Yeah, but that's what they hired him.
No way.
That's what they hired him.
Way. Chelsea fan base will never have a go at Lampard. No way.
Abdullahi, you know what we did in the Aston Villa game? Remember, I told you, as soon as the game finished, Egbali was there, Todd Bowley was there. It's like, I don't even know how we did it, but it's like every Chelsea fan, we telepathically knew what each one of us is going to do. Only the families left as soon as the game finished. 70% of the fans stayed back, and we booed Potter for 15 minutes straight, and we were chanting this clearly: we don't want Potter, we don't want Potter. Clear, loud and clear. Egbali was there, Todd Bowley was there, everyone was there, right? They must have seen what happened. And remember, the guy that we hate in terms of journalism that covers Chelsea, Matt Law, he is close to the club, as we all know, right? And of course, if someone is close to the club, and in UK he has a certain name because people respect him, right? In the British journalism, in a sense, in terms of sports, right? So of course, Todd Bowley will go and ask him, what do you think the right thing to do is? You know why I say that? Because within 24 hours of Potter's sacking, this guy was tweeting that Lampard is the right man for the job. You can go back and check his tweets.
Who is that? Who was saying
Matt Law, right? And the funny thing is, within 24 hours of him tweeting this shit, Lampard was the new caretaker.
And also, remember, Lampard was there on Tuesday for the Liverpool game.
Yes. Yes. So I'm thinking to myself, am I going crazy? Or is everything pointing to the fact that they might actually make Lampard the new sacrificial lamb? Why? Because he's the so-called legend.
That would be stupid of Lampard to take that because he knows what's coming.
But he will do it. Why would he do it, Emmy? How many times did we discuss this?
United did it with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
No, but that's
different.
Why would I put myself spread out my whole career when I know I'll be sacked by November?
Thank you, Emmy. Let me answer that question for you.
If he stays on Chelsea and he gets sacked again, that's the end of his career.
No, but Emmy, let's be honest. No, but Emmy, here's a question that I'm going to ask everyone. Do you genuinely believe that the board wanted to sack Potter?
Yes.
I agree. I think they wanted to keep.
What? They had to. Let me tell you, they had to sack him because results. You can't win 4. Wait, let me tell you, yes, sir. You cannot win 4 in 18 games. 4 in 18. That's in the Premier League. You can't
No,
do
You
that.
misunderstood the question. You misunderstood the question. He said, "Do you think the board wanted to fire him? Do you think they wanted to sack him, or they
No,
were
they didn't
forced
want
by
to sack him, but
the
because of
hand was forced?
the fans turned on them.
So
Yeah,
they didn't want to fire
yeah.
him. So they
That's the
didn't want
point.
to fire him.
Emmy, we forced the hand. I think the fans forced the hand.
But that's my point, Gullet. Like, I don't think the fans, especially the fans that go to the ones that are at Stamford Bridge, I don't think they will ever turn on Lampard.
Oh no, don't
No,
say
no,
that.
they will. They will.
I
They
don't
will.
think. I don't.
Bro, they will.
If they give him the job, and in November Chelsea is 16th, they'll
No,
turn on him.
Emmy, I'm
No,
telling you,
Yasser.
I'm telling you,
Yasser, no.
fans
If one
are gonna
season
have
of crap,
patience with Lampard. They're gonna have patience.
no,
for
Yasser. One season of crap, everyone is turning on him. Believe me.
It's not going
But
to
then
get to
that's
one season,
Keyman,
Keyman.
you got a whole
By
season.
November.
Emmy saying November.
By November.
You know what, Emmy? You know what, Emmy?
Yes.
You know what, Emmy, Keeman, and Yasser? You guys think about this for a second, right? You guys said, why would Lampard take this job? We discussed here and in different streams how big the ego of Lampard is, right? We discussed it too many times, right? Let's add his ego to this situation, and you tell me if I'm going crazy. After the Everton sacking, now that Sean Dyche is doing well and got them out of relegation, we all know as footballing fans that Lampard's coaching career is done and dusted.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, this is his come up. And what better way do you have to come up rather than going back to a normal club? Instead, you have a chance of coming into your old club as a legend, which you were sacked from before, right? In short notice. And
Different ownership as well.
Yes,
Different
and
ownership.
luckily for you, you already have connections in football. Matt Lowe is your buddy; he's gonna have your back. The pundits in Match of the Day, they're all your buddies. They're gonna have your back.
Yeah.
John Terry's gonna have your back. Everybody's
Harry
gonna have
Redknapp
your
is
back.
your brother-in-law.
Yes. So all this is working on your side. So of course he's gonna come back to Chelsea. This is the best way, because if this works, right, and we know this, bro, in UK, everybody loves this so-called Hollywood story. If this works, they're gonna say from the underdog that his coaching career was finished with Lampard to becoming one of the greatest coaches in the Premier League. And what did we guys discuss before? The Premier League, since it started in 1992,
You're right.
until
desperate
today,
for a hero.
until today, there has never been one English coach that even won the Premier League. And all of the ones that we know,
right?
No,
not English, not English, Scottish or Irish maybe, but not English.
Wait, no, Nottingham Forest. That one guy, the guy that coached Alan Shearer and whatnot.
Yeah, no, but that was like European Cup time.
Yeah, but that was Europa. That was
still, come on, still you can't.
Yeah,
you
no,
can't
but we're talking about the.
Well, we're talking Bill Shankly as well. Like, come on now, we ain't going that.
No.
Okay.
Keeman, we're talking about the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
And this is why they were pushing Potter onto us when he started losing, right? Why? Because the media are looking for their new darling. Why? Because Roy Hodgson is too old now. Sam Allardyce, God knows where he is. Tony Pulis, God knows where he is. All these so-called renowned.
David Yao.
No.
Wait. I actually have a point. Wait.
Yeah, go
They
ahead.
cannot back how because the Arab money. They're against that. They don't like that. They don't like now foreign owners. They want something American or something like or British. So they cannot back how because of the brand new Arab owners. It will not fit into their narrative.
Yes, but we're talking about in coaching terms, right? Why? Because we already know when in terms of if you're selling a club, of course we know that England and America are like husband and wife. Let's be honest, right? That's why the Americans know how to work with the English, and the English know how to work with the Americans. These guys, I don't want to get political, but these guys destroyed the world together, right? With all due respect. So I understand that part. Yeah. Yes, I understand that part of it, but I'm talking about in terms of coaching, right? So
listen. What is more favorable to them? Would they want a Lampard who is bought by brand new American owners that follow them politically, or a Howe who's because look at the season the guy's having. No one is talking about it.
Yes.
Have you noticed?
No, but also with Howe though, I think Newcastle especially when they're on the there's a you know how the UK you have the block where they don't show the games. Was it the 3 p.m. games? They only show a specific amount. Newcastle has been on the TV for the 10th consecutive week. I think Man United we played them.
And Newcastle's been on TV like for the past 3 weeks now. They've been on TV.
Straight. So there is that whole English Eddie Howe, Newcastle. There is that behind.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but Keyman, think about it, right? They're not looking for just one. They need a few. Why? Because the old batch are getting old now. They became dinosaurs now. And they never won the Premier League. No. They never won the Premier League, and they never coached a big club.
No.
They never coached a big club.
It's because it's the big club thing. Yeah, you're right. That big club.
But also, don't forget, Gullet. But don't forget who he is. This is Frank Lampard. This is one of England's best ever player. This is one of the
golden generation.
The golden generation. Like Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard. These are the players that like the English media will do anything.
John Terry, all these guys
for them to do well. Let's be honest. I understand Eddie Howe is English, but Eddie Howe, Potter, they're nothing compared to Frank Lampard. This is
yes, because they don't have ties to the media. These are the because all these ex-pundits, all these ex-pundits are ex-players. They know each other, so they're not going to criticize them.
That's the funny thing. These ex-players, they will never talk shit about an ex-player manager. They will never.
Never.
They will never talk shit. Know why? Because they're saying my turn is coming. Look at Henry. Henry, he stunk up the place of Monaco. The guy was in League One. He was beyond his shit. He couldn't do anything.
And that shows you.
Listen, what happened? Yes, what happened? He came back slowly back to Monday Night Football with these guys, with Gallagher and whatnot.
Yes, exactly. So that shows
these guys, they are
that,
hurt. They're honestly hurt.
I think you said it before, Keyman, right? And I think Yasser pointed out as well. This all points out to a beautiful narrative, right? And guys, listen, this is not my Nirvana speaking. I'm talking logical, right? let me add this as well, right? Let me add this, guys. I think about it deeply. I think Oga Karl was here last time, and Abdullahi, but I think the rest of you were not there. I think Emmy was there, but I'm not sure. Think about this.
I fell asleep,
Emmy said that I know that Lampard will not win the Champions League, right? And logically, I agree with him 100%, right?
Yeah.
But why did we fall in love with football? Why? Because it's very unpredictable. It's very unpredictable, bro.
No, got it. You guys stick with. I think I stick
those
to
magical moments. Those magical moments that make you want to pick up football.
Yeah.
Emmy, humor me for a second. No. Humor me for a second. Let me just land. Let me land here, and you tell me.
Okay.
The last time that Arsenal won was in 2004, right?
Exactly.
Yep. I said this to Ogakal, and we were laughing about it last time, but you humor me this time, right? In 2004, everybody was praising the Invincibles and saying, wow, what a historic season they're having, right?
Yep.
For me, it wasn't Arsenal's year. It was a miraculous year. And I will explain to you, you tell me if I'm wrong. In 2004, Greece won the Euros, correct? Correct?
Yes.
Guys, correct or not?
That's
yeah. In 2004, Werder Bremen won the Bundesliga, correct?
That's
correct.
I remember this. The stars aligned.
Werder Bremen had a good team. They had a good team.
Yes. In 2004, Valencia won the La Liga, correct?
That's correct.
Valencia had a good team too.
Gullit.
Yes.
The barrier between dimensions was weak that day.
Yeah, but listen to this miracle.
Those teams had good teams.
Yeah, but Emmy, listen to this miracle, I beg. In 2004, Mourinho won the Champions League with Porto, correct?
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. Okay, come on.
Correct? Correct?
This is not going to be 2004.
That's all 2004.
Let him run.
First of all, Arsenal is not winning the league.
No, 1 second now. I told you,
let him land.
In 2004, Tunisia hosted the AFCON for the very first time in their entire life. And they won it, correct?
Tunisia was 94. Don't worry.
No, that's 2004. They hosted the AFCON and they won it, correct?
That's correct.
Did Tunisia win 2004?
Yes.
I think it was Egypt.
No, it was Tunisia.
Gullit, what are you saying, bro? This is
Gullit,
crazy.
Let me finish. Let me land. Let me
Let
land.
him finish. Let him
Was it a
finish.
leap year? Was it a
let,
leap year?
guys, let me land. Though. I beg. I'm almost
Was
done.
it a
I'm
leap
almost
year?
done.
Yes or no?
My brother, I'm not even talking about stars and galaxies. I'm just talking about basics now. Let's not go deep, right? Look at this now. In 2004, Napoli got relegated to Serie C for the very first
Oh
time in
my
their
God.
history, correct?
Oh my
That's
God.
correct. That's correct.
I don't even remember that.
That's
Yeah, I
correct.
remember that. I'm a bit of an old guy, but I remember that, right?
That's correct.
In 2004, you know Uns Caldas from Colombia won the Copa Libertadores by beating the favorites River Plate, correct?
That's correct.
So which means there could be another miracle this season. Napoli is already happening. They might win it since 1990. So if Lampard wins by some miraculous, I don't know, some sort of a miracle. Yeah. But if it happens, right, what would the narrative be? Do you think you'll be sacked?
Good.
No, it will not happen.
Good.
It will not happen. If we're being honest, Emmy, wait. Just listen, Emmy, just listen. You have to face facts. Life sometimes not sweet. Life hurts.
No, but
you know,
but it's not happening.
sometimes. Emmy, sometimes. Emmy, wait. Let me land. Let me land. Let me land. Let me land. Let the plane land.
I don't see any logic.
Let the plane land. Just 1 minute. Let the plane land.
Go ahead, Kimman.
In life, you don't get like a good hand. You know, sometimes it's fucked up. One leg. I don't know. You know, stroke. If this happens, what do you say?
This philosophy and logic here about it. There's no logic in this thing, man.
It's not logic.
There's no logic. I'm a logic person. Sorry.
I mean, football makes sense.
I have to.
Yeah, but football is not logical.
I have to see logic.
Goulet, these people are being a bit emotional. No, you have to admit.
No, Keeman, let me ask Emmy a question. Can you explain to me how Kai Havertz cannot score a goal to save his life, but he ended up scoring the Champions League in the Champions League final?
Make it make sense.
That was because he was. Wait, should I tell you?
You tell me.
Kai Havertz that season. Kai Havertz was scoring goals towards the end of the season.
He scored 8 goals. Please don't. He scored only 8 goals. Okay, Kai Havertz.
Goals came in the last 3 months of the season.
Emmy. He does this. He scores majority of his goals on March. That's what he always does.
No, majority of those goals he scored towards the end of the season.
He scored 4 goals just this March. He's just scored 4 goals this March. You know that, right?
Oh, so
this is March right now. He's just scored 4 goals. All the goals you've been seeing, that touch, whatnot, it's been this month, March.
You guys, all your dreams. Just when you watch the Madrid game on Wednesday, just you carry a bottle of wine.
And I said humor me. No, I said humor me at the beginning.
He said humor. He never said what happened.
You guys
he said what if.
You guys are too hyper on this.
No, we're not hyper. I'm not hyper.
No. You're being very emotional. You're just lashing out.
No, it's not emotional. I'm just telling you. Based on
you don't hear yourself. You don't hear yourself. Please.
Based on the records from this year, this calendar year to date, Chelsea has the worst record in the final 8. Of all the teams in the final 8. We've only won. Let me just put it into context. This calendar year, Chelsea has won only 5 games.
We've got Super Frank Lad. We've got Super
Oh
Frank.
my God, not one of these.
It's gonna turn the tide.
We are not one of him. We are not one of him. Do not time me down with this guy. Emmy, do not confuse what I'm telling you.
Write it down.
With this guy. Emmy, don't do that. Don't do that.
You are sick.
Don't do that. I am not part of this guy's foolishness. Please. I am not a Mason Mount. I'm not a Super Frank.
Chelsea has won only 5 matches.
Emmy, for the love of God, I said humor me, right? What I'm trying to explain to you was, you remember when we won in 2012, before when Napoli beat us in the first leg, we were the underdogs as well.
4-1.
No, 1 second.
Napoli. You are going against the defending champion, a team that has won this tournament 14 times. A team that has the shrine. The shrine of this tournament sleeps in that stadium. You say you want to go there and win? How, bro?
Emmy, I highlighted the word
don't think.
humor.
See, let me tell you,
Humor.
there's no team that will go to the Bernabeu and win in this Champions League. Correct.
We didn't only beat Napoli, we beat Barcelona and we beat Bayern, and we were the underdogs. All I'm saying is, logically,
Prime
Emmy,
Barcelona.
you're absolutely right.
Messi missed the pen.
1 second, Kiman. Logically, Emmy, you are right. I agree with you. But we love the game of football because every time we look for logic. Logic don't make sense sometimes.
No, not in this tie. You're playing against Madrid.
I hope you're right.
You are playing against Real Madrid. You're not playing against Napoli or Barcelona or Bayern Munich. You're playing against Madrid.
I hope for the love of God, you're right.
Yeah, this is their tournament.
I want
and they're
Lampard
going
to
for
be
15. You know, they want to get 15. They want to get 15 this year. They want to get 15.
No, I want Lampard to be sacked. Me, I'm in the same bandwagon.
We are not Lampard in. We are not.
Guys, it's gonna for me, because this is what I want from the ownership and Bully, blah 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 blah.
About Bully, they should sell this club. See. I'm looking at it. They should sell this club.
The season, guys,
they're not ready.
Wait, the season
ended. Let them just collect their money now and go. At least now they can still make 3 billion. Yes, they can still make 3 billion from sales. Unfortunately, they can't sell anyway. Go ahead. Sorry.
The season ends in May 28th. So I'm expecting May 28th or before May 28th, a new manager should be announced.
No, by the end of this month, they should be announcing a new manager.
Because according to Austin and Fabrizio,
the funny thing is, every time I talk about. Every time I talk to Abdullah, that's the first thing he always tells me. Every time we start the conversation, he says, me, I'm waiting until the end of May for a new manager to be announced. He just keeps repeating the same thing. I think, honest to God, I think something might happen if that is not the case.
Yes. Let me tell you something. And I agree with you, Kiman. If by this time next month, Chelsea has not announced a coach, just be ready.
We are finished. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling you. Don't get angry at me. I'm just trying to tell you the obvious.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, Abdullahi, by this time next month, Chelsea have not announced a new coach for the long term. Lampard is going to be the coach. And they will tell you that they are still looking for somebody that would, these guys are wrecking the club. They want to wreck the club. They in their mind, they believe that as long as Chelsea is not relegated, people will still come to the stadium to watch Chelsea. People like you and me will still buy Chelsea jerseys. They can go and expand the stadium and people will still come there, to bring their kids. That's all they care about. They don't care about winning on the field. Wait. Emmy. But to be fair, where the location of the stadium is a very bougie place, These are very well-educated people. Yeah. It's only the idiot proper, we are Chelsea that have to, they have to get on the train to get there. But in general, that is rich. Yeah, I know it's a rich.
Yeah, it's a very rich part with a bunch of young people who have grown up in the Bram era, so they will not take none of this shit. They will not.
You think so?
Thank every day.
Let me
land 1 second. Right? Thank God every day. I want you guys to always remember that we are not Liverpool. Liverpool, the amount of, if you think this is bad, if you think this narrative, this sentiment is bad, Liverpool, I'm praying that Brendan Rodgers becomes their manager, just in case Klopp leaves the season. I'm saying, what if? Think with me. Believe.
There's no what if. There's no what
I swear to God, I will love it so much because these idiots.
See, Liverpool is actually smarter than Chelsea. They know what their problem is. Liverpool just needs to raise cash to refresh their squad, right? They have the coach already. They just need to buy about 5-6 players, which I believe this summer they're going to go and get about at least 4 players who come into Liverpool.
It's not Liverpool. It's Klopp. Does he want to stay there?
I'm not saying that they will compete when they get those 4 players. What they will do is they will just boost out the squad enough to qualify for the Champions League at the end of next season, because they know this season they are not qualifying for the Champions League. But they need to get there. But the thing is, what everybody doesn't know is Newcastle, Manchester United, those clubs get into the Champions League, they're going to spend more, they're going to raise the bar, right? And as the bar continues to go higher, those players will churn out, those teams will churn out their players that they don't want to the lesser teams making those lesser teams more competitive, right?
Yes.
And they'll go get stronger players, right? And at the end of the day, the bar just raises because those teams that you think you can now beat now have players that have actually qualified for the Champions League in their career before. Over 38 games. All of a sudden, you that are thinking that, oh, don't worry, next season we'll just wing it out. No, you're not going to make it because those teams that you thought you beat or you beat the previous season, you're not beating them next season because they have better players that they've gotten from those teams that qualify for Champions, like Newcastle. Newcastle might sell like 3 or 4 players or players, you know, that they just, okay, you know what, this guy is surplus to requirements. Oh, we can sell him to Bournemouth. Bournemouth wants to pay 50 million for
you
this.
you can't do that. You're stripping the essence of the club. Look at Nottingham Forest. Getting rid of all that.
Man, I'm just talking business terms here. Strictly business.
Okay.
If a club like Bournemouth come for let's look at Bourne, for instance, in Newcastle. If they say, oh, we want to give you 50 million for Bourne, and Newcastle has identified a better player than Bourne in the market, they'll sell Bourne and get the better player. And all of a sudden, Bourne will make Bournemouth a better team. That's what I'm just saying. There'll be a trickle-down effect.
He's a central back. He's now playing as a left back. He's a central back.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just
in
using an
Brighton,
example.
in Brighton, he was a centre back.
The scenario,
But that's an example.
Yeah, the scenario I'm just painting is the teams that you thought you beat last season, this season, the next season, they're going to get stronger because they're going to get those players. Some players might be excess to requirements in those top teams that have made it to Europe now, right? And those teams will be like, you know what? I can go and earn more in Crystal Palace, or I can go and earn more in Everton. Everton is ready to pay me more.
But yes. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask a question to you and to the panel now. What do you think in terms of the new manager comes? What in terms of what you have been reading, learning? What is the best case scenario that okay, this is when the new manager is gonna because for me, based on what I've been seeing online and everything, I think this board wants to bring in someone ASAP. That ASAP, I don't know when. But
I don't know, but they broaden the thing is this, right? They broaden their scope. So I'm hearing, Marcelo Gallardo. I'm hearing,
Xabi Alonso.
I don't think they'll go for Xabi. No, I don't think they'll go for. I think they know they need to have an experienced coach.
Even that Frankfurt guy, he's on the list.
That's
Glass now.
But let me tell you one of the problems. I believe that they don't. This current team, where it is in its development cycle, it needs a very firm and experienced coach. It doesn't need a coach that people need to Google to find out who and where they worked before. This team needs a renowned coach, a coach that can walk into that dressing room and tell them everybody has to run 12 kilometers for every match.
So Marcelo Gallardo and those in between.
I don't know whether Gallardo has never coached in Europe before.
Yeah, I watched him in River Plate.
I've seen him in River Plate. They've won the Libertadores a couple of times with him. He's a good manager. I know he's a good manager because of his philosophy of play. The thing is, would that philosophy work in Europe? Remember when Chelsea got Scolari, even after Scolari, had never coached in Europe, and that was the end of his career pretty much in coaching. He won the World Cup with Brazil, but he came to Chelsea in 2007. Was it 2007? Yeah, 2007 summer. Yeah, and guess what? He could not replicate that, or maybe the players just didn't, play to his tune. And he was sacked
because the board wants.
He was sacked like in November or December.
Yeah.
Because the board are saying, they want someone.
Isn't it kind of weird?
And also wait, Kima. They also said they want someone that can work with the youth and the young players. They are dying. And in my head, out of all those managers that can Pochettino can work with young players.
No, Pochettino will not coach Chelsea. I think
Nagelsman can also work. But I think the fear with Ekbali and Co is okay. We want Nagelsman, but it's age. We are not sure. But now,
but that you know why I don't like this current ownership? They talk too much. They talk too much. Too many things about how they feel. Their perception is leaked out to the press. Under Roman, I never heard Roman speak once. I don't even know how Roman's voice sounds.
Yep.
I don't even know
Because
how it sounds.
because Mikel said it in his.
But now,
he said,
every little move that these guys are doing is coming out to the press. And let me tell you, if Nagelsmann ends up taking that job, you think if Nagelsmann, if two offers come for Nagelsmann now, PSG and Chelsea, you think he's taking Chelsea?
I think
No, he'll never take PSG. Come on, let's be honest. He cannot handle Mbappe. He cannot handle.
Who told you that?
He cannot talk
Who told you that?
to anyone there.
See, let me tell you,
He
Kiman,
cannot.
Mbappe is not staying at PSG for more than one more season. This next
Okay. No. If Mbappe and Neymar leave, fine. All power to you.
Those
No
guys
problem.
are leaving. Let me tell you
But
something.
if they're
right?
there,
PSG is moving. They want to move away from the star, from the superstar model. They want to actually build a team. They've tried the superstar model since 2011 when the Qataris bought that club, and it's almost more than 12 years. They've only made one Champions League final, and they've not won the tournament yet. So they want to move away from that. Mbappe, see, the reason why they kept Mbappe was because of this Qatar World Cup. The World Cup is over. It's time and good for him to move on because they won't pay him. They won't pay him that money anymore. I think they'll bring up other players, and I think they believe in like Nagelsmann's eye for talent to actually bring in. I'm not saying Mbappe and Nagelsmann will not work. I believe it might work. It depends on what Mbappe wants to do. But if Mbappe thinks he can go to Madrid and and every time any little thing he's in Madrid, they'll curtail him, right? He's not going to be any. Vinicius will probably keep his wing. Mbappe will have to switch to the right, actually, because right now the Madridistas believe in Vinicius more than Mbappe. Facts. You can ask Hilton, and I know most of them.
But and because this is me talking now. In as much as I want Nagelsmann as the first choice, I think the board will settle for Enrique.
I think it will be Enrique too. And
I think why they will settle for Enrique is one stuff, and he can coerce that what is called that leadership skills in him where the young players are lacking. And see, if Enrique took over, I can tell it right now, Mr. Carl is here. That is the guy that is challenging Pep Guardiola for the Premier League title. That is the man.
But that's if he's backed. He needs to be backed. I think
he will be back. Chelsea have the money. He will be back.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Abdullah.
Chelsea have the money.
Abdullah.
This new ownership, me and Gulek just established that they've not spent their money.
But this is me talking because Enrique is someone that is not a yes man. Enrique will talk and he will tell you
that is the issue, Abdullah.
If it's not what I want, you are bouncing.
Well, that's the problem. These guys want a yes man.
Anyway, and why I say that is now Ekbali and Co have football people that are in the board where they can advise the ownership and tell them, you bring this manager as an experience, let him do his job. And if he fail, we see. If he succeed, we see. And see, what changes fans and ownership mindset is when you win games and you have an ideal style of play. You can sell the ownership like you sell the fans. You will get on board with them. That is what Enrique has done, in which he has already given out the presentation where he has already sold the Chelsea board. I'm like, okay, I'm loving this. He sold most of the fans. I'm like, I'm loving this. That's what I'm saying. They would rather go for Enrique, who is proven and who can show it enough and say, okay, I think we want to win the Premier League. Let's bring Enrique in that can challenge Pep. And you're bringing Enrique in. Enrique is a philosophy merchant. You know that for sure. It's not going to take bullshit for an answer. He wants to win. And he's going to fine-tune that in his players' brain and tell them, if you do not give me this stuff, I'm out. And something is, you got to understand something as a manager. Manager needs that assurance from the ownership. And if they can get that, they are ready to win. That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting to see when the new manager is going to announce, because I'm sure whoever they are interviewing are already watching Chelsea matches and interviewing the squad and looking at the squad and say, I can work with this, I cannot work with this, I can work with this. Henrik has already come to London, he has already been interviewed already, and it's already a PowerPoint of each and every player in that squad. So he knows what he wants.
Abdullah, let me say something.
Who's going to come in next week? Nagelsman is going to come in next week and speak to the board. I'm like, now they have to make a decision. So go ahead.
Yeah. No, I agree with what you're saying, Abdullah. And in terms of, yes, obviously, Enrique came and did his PowerPoint presentation and everything. But the reason why me and Emmy are saying this is because remember earlier, Emmy said we are taken over by people that spend money and are looking for ROI, right? Because they're mainly business minded.
Yeah.
If Luis Enrique comes in now, and because this is the issue we have with Todd Bowley, right? Personally, himself as an owner, it's the fact that maybe he doesn't want to give power to the manager.
No, Gule, no, sorry to cut you short because I listened to Ben Jacob yesterday. I listened to the hosting when he spoke to NBC and he's an Athletic because I have a subscription with Athletic. Whenever any news comes out, it pop up on my phone. And he said, everybody is kind of having this narrative of Todd Bowley. He said, no, Egbali is the one shooting the shot because he's the majority shareholder. His complaint has 65% rate when buying to Chelsea. So all those decisions with Tuchel getting sacked, Potter getting sacked, Lampard coming in, is not on. He said people blame it on Bowley. It is not on Bowley. He said,
okay, Egbali then, right?
So
okay,
Egbali,
you're telling me Egbali is the criminal the whole time?
Yeah, he's the one. He said he doesn't talk.
And I was back.
Oh
my god! Oh my god! I have things. Oh, I have things to delete. I have to delete today.
Bowley is like if it's not a part owner. Egbali is because his voice is very, very big when it comes to certain decision making.
Yeah, because he is clear. He is clear.
And people ask him why was Tuchel sacked. He said the reason Tuchel sacked is Tuchel had a face-to-face clash with Baghdad Egbali. That was why he was fired. It wasn't with Todd Bowley. Because Todd Bowley can't say much. Egbali has the power because his company has 65% share and he has power.
Okay, you know the issue I was pointing to, right, Abdullah? Because I didn't know it was Egbali, but now you said it's Egbali. Fair enough. But I'm talking about in terms of our owners, because they're both co-owners technically, right? Whoever's making the decision might have an issue of giving power to the manager. And the reason why I say that is if Enrique comes in now, right, and let's say he says maybe Mudrik's development gets stalled, as an example, right? And he can see that the Premier League is very competitive. He needs to bring results in. He needs to win by any means necessary and at least challenge for the Premier League in the next 2 seasons, if possible. That's if he stays that long, right? The issue that I will have is if now Enrique says, I cannot play Mudrik, as an example, right? If he says, I cannot play Mudrik at this time and in my formation because he doesn't give me the attributes that I need, and this will actually hinder the team, the main question we need to ask ourselves is, would Egbali and Todd Bowley think about the ROI and say, no, we've spent money on these people, and this is why we called it Project 2030, because we want them to develop and become Ballon d'Or winners, because apparently I heard there's a Ballon d'Or clause in Mudrik's contract, right? I want them to become
end the season. End it.
Yes.
End it.
No, but let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. If that kind of situation arises, we need owners that can give the reins to the manager, because as you said, they need somebody to look up to, because most of them are young. I think the average age is 24, right, in our club. So they need a constant, not changing, not ever changing, like what's happening the last 6 months, no, but a constant manager with a constant philosophy and a constant time needed for them to be able to develop and hone their ideology in terms of what the coach wants to teach them. If this situation happens and they clash, Abdullah, the fear that I have is they might say, my friend, pack your bags, take your family back to Malaga and go home.
Sorry.
Abdullah, 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Now, Abdullah, there's something very interesting that you said, right? These guys, because Egbali has a high, he has a he has a large thingy stake, right? And they are very open about their ownership. You know, they're very open about their intent. They don't hide things from the media. So, do you know what I just thought about? These people, the kind of manager they need, they're looking for a hot new manager. I get it, but the kind of manager they need is a manager who is young, well, not so young, but charismatic. He's a winner. He's hungry. You know exactly like who? Like young Jose. Uncle Mo, when he first came, what did he do? What did he do with Ibrahimovic? You relax, Bze. Old man, just wait. Just hold the checkbook. Just wait. I'll tell you. Just wait. The guys, they're telling him, who do you want striker? And they're giving big names. Whoever was hot that year, they're giving big names. We'll bring you this guy. They even approached Thierry Henry. You know that, right? The guy talks about it on Monday Night Football. He says, I was approached. They wanted to double my wages. I was approached, but I said no. It was Chelsea. So these guys, what the kind of manager they need is someone who will grab them, tell them, listen, this is offside. This is handball. There's no 3 points. There's no touchdowns. You get me? That's what they need.
But to get that, even though if they get that for some, as you said, maybe it happens and their luck comes in and they catch one of these young and upcoming
That's why I like this Nagelsmann guy. That's why
Yes.
I feel like it's him.
You like him, yes.
I feel like it's him.
But Nagelsmann is the same guy that benched Bayern Munich legend Neuer.
Muller,
Yes. So if you don't give the manager a certain amount of power, but you want a yes man, you want a yes man that you want to use his philosophy and suck him dry, and then when he starts going against the grain and trying to fix things, you tell him bye bye London, my brother. It's not gonna work.
There's no point.
It's not gonna work.
I go with you guys because for me, based on what I'm hearing, I think they will settle for Luis Enrique rather than Nagelsmann because
he's too fiery.
But for me, I know the club and the ownership wants to win. They have an ambition to win. Yes, in as much as they will prioritize how high, they have an ambition to win. I know that for fact, and I'm sure of that. But I also think they're keeping their high hope on where they know they already made a mistake when they bring in Potter. So they want to bring a manager who they can trust, they can align with, which I believe. You don't interview Luis Enrique and let him travel to London with his agent without.
So he was ready. He was ready.
Enrique is ready. But
he was ready.
Nagelsmann said he wants to wait till the summer. But
they're going to have interviews next week. They're having interviews this week coming.
Yeah. No, this week coming, they're having an interview with Nagelsmann and other guys. And I think that will determine what they're gonna do going forward. That's gonna open up a lot of people's eyes and say, okay, now we're gonna
cross your fingers, pray to God that he impresses them, and they say, you know what, this is the guy.
He will impress them because Christopher Vivell and Paul Stanley have worked with Nagelsmann.
Exactly, they're pushing. They're saying, why did you bring me here?
He's worked with Paul Stanley and Christopher Vivell before. So he will impress them and tell them and sell them this. And I think Vivell is the one pushing for Nagelsmann because he know him. And see, when you have a manager who has a connection with the board and the majority of the fan base, regardless of anything, he will get back and he will get supported a lot because he knows. Because look at Pep Guardiola, Mr. Carl is here. Carl, you can back me. Pep Guardiola, sporting director, they are the same people that worked with him when he was in Bayern, when he was in Barcelona. The same people I worked with when he was in Bayern. He's the same director.
Yeah, Barcelona,
that is working with him now when he's in Manchester City. So they know. See, those people knows Pep. They know what Pep wants.
I don't think
it does. No, Mr. Carl, Carl is a Carl. You can kind of yes or no if what I'm saying is wrong because you're kind of a Man City fan. You know this stuff very well because I know that the director is working with was the same team was working with Barcelona, the same one was working with Bayern Munich, and it's the same.
No, not Bayern. Not Bayern. Not Barcelona.
You have to have a Bayern.
No, but Bayern are never gonna like Man City. Like they planned. They saw Guardiola. They planned ahead. Like they knew they was gonna go for Guardiola. So they hired the people. Bayern is not the same. Nah, Bayern are now. No, Bayern they have their own directors.
And Kenny and Abdullah, think about it. Man City were ready to give the reins to Pep. Because Pep, even though he's a crazy man and we don't like his tactics, he's about loyalty.
That is why I say
he knows what loyalty means.
That is why I said. That's why I said they will go for Enrique rather than Nagelsmann because they will view Enrique as like Pep, where they know for fact that he can fine tune this player and get the best out of them and make them winners. That is what the ownership will be thinking.
I don't think. No,
but the thing with the ownership. Yeah, the thing with the ownership is that I'm hearing like I like ownership that like you guys are. I see you guys are putting like you guys are working, but I'm seeing Egbali and Boli way too much. And the thing, a guy with Enrique, you have to. Is his way or the highway? Like, and I don't know if these guys are gonna be able to like just. They need to be more hands off. You hired the people there for football.
Yeah, that's why I
stuff. You
said
need to let them do the work.
Guys, no, don't say that, please. I do not want to see triangles of Loftus Cheek, Mount, and Havertz. Please don't do that.
Man, wait. There must be something Enrique told them that kind of win them over. So we are waiting for Julian Nagelsmann to speak this week to see what he's gonna say to the boardroom. Then they will make a decision, because I'm sure before the season finish, they will announce the new manager. That I'm sure.
Abdullah, with all due respect, when I came in first into the stream today, I said to you that these managers that actually accomplish something, that have accolades, that know what they're doing and have a direction, before they move their family from Spain or France or Italy and bring the whole family and the children here and bring them from their school and bring them from their lifestyle and everything, they need some sort of assurances. But we have dictators. So I personally, I hope you're right, but these guys fucked up our reputation already within half a season.
Yeah, Steven, you are here now. So what's the latest on the manager stuff? Because me, I'm confused right now.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
We can hear you, brother.
Yeah. Nothing at the moment. Just interviewing people, but I wouldn't rule out Frank Lampard getting the job now, because they want a yes. There's your yes man right there.
Thank you, Steve. He
That's what I'm saying. Don't let Frank Lampard do well in the.
I was told he took the job knowing he can get the job permanently.
What did you say?
I was told he took the job knowing he can get it permanently.
You keep cutting, Steve. Get close to the mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
He took the job knowing he can get it full time.
So he took the job knowing that he can get it.
Yeah, they discussed it.
But you see the way they speak, like even the way like Michael and all these guys are saying, like, they're saying if he performs well, there's a possibility. Like as soon as I saw,
watch, you have a couple of
you go for a good leg.
You'll start seeing articles about it. Watch.
And you know what got me even more suspicious? Forget even the points that I brought up earlier, Abdullah. Think about it this way. Lampard had a press conference. Nobody spoke about the Wolverhampton game.
Yes, he did not.
There was no question about the Wolverhampton game. Everything was about him and getting the job. It's as if our league finished. We're not playing anymore.
That's why I said that I need to see that new manager hire like next week, like 2 weeks time. I love what is taking time, but I can't be having.
Don't hold your breath.
Because honestly, if they hire Frank Lampard, for me, like if they hire him permanently, for me, like they don't know what they're doing. Or and and I think that the people, the actual directors there, I think if they hire Frank Lampard, it's going to be like a Egbali or some guy there that's going to, because there's no way the Paul Stanley or the Villas there.
That's what they're trying to do. The inevitable is coming.
That's what they need to let the football people there, man. They hired people there. They hired 20 co-directors of sport. Let them do the job, man.
Please, man. He knows American football. What's the difference? It's the same thing. It's a ball.
Abdul, go ahead. Abdul wanted to speak. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, go ahead, Abdul.
Big up. Can you hear me, guys?
Big up, bro.
We can't hear you very well, man. Your voice.
No, his mic warms up. It starts picking up slowly.
It works like I am hot water with tea. It warms up.
Yeah, I mean, we've already discussed this on the stream before. Sorry, the evening he was appointed.
Yes.
We already said it then. People were wondering, saying, why were we being too negative about it? But the issue is a lot of us have followed football for so long. There are certain movies, we know it right even from the start of it. We know what's going to come at the end of it, or we know what the outcome is likely to be. You know what I mean? You know, it's like when you're an adult and you're watching a kids movie, you know how it's going to end. You know what I mean? And then, somebody's
we can smell it, Abdul. We can smell it. I'm telling you.
and then somebody's asking you, "Oh, how do you know it's going to end?" Because we are no kids in the game.
The underdog is gonna become the hero, and he's gonna win the fight and go home. That's it.
Exactly.
You know. The thing is, guys, I don't know why people, Abdul, I don't know why people forget God has a sense of humor. He's funny. He's a very funny guy.
Exactly.
God has the best sense of humor. Just the funniest shit. You'll be shocked. A kid without hands playing football wins a tournament. The referee tries to shake their hand. God is funny.
Yeah. When I saw on the announcement, they're like, "Oh, they are now in serious negotiation." I said it on the stream. I was like, "What is serious about interim?
We've never had that before.
What are they serious about?" And we knew that it was going to be like, okay, we've got 9 games remaining. If you win 5, if you get to the Champions League final, then you have the job. Who hires an interim with his friends? Okay.
This guy moved in his whole family and his best friends.
Moved in with all his homeboys, man.
Come on, man.
Except you know what I mean? It's like going to a new party with your old friends, except the guy that maybe slept with
I have a question of guys. Do you think Lampard, Ashley Cole, and the guys they got dibs on their lockers again? They told the guys, "This is my locker."
Yeah.
They're using their own lockers.
But the thing is, this is very it's very good, like, to discuss, and I'm telling people I'm not worked up about it.
Yeah, you have to let go.
We are not
worked up. We've accepted it. Some people are still angry, but
exactly, because this is our field, and this is what we do. This is what people do in their field.
Life isn't sweet. Life is not sweet.
I bought incense. I'm lighting incense. I'm meditating. I'm good. I'm in a good place. I don't worry about this.
Guled, funny enough, my incense finished today, and I forgot to buy more.
No, you need to buy more, my friend.
I need to buy more, man.
I bought enough to last me until the end of the season, so I'm good.
And you know what, guys? In the next 5-10 years, okay, I'm not saying okay, but I'm saying this is going to be like the new media outlets. It's not going to be those demonstrations anymore. It's going to be real people coming together and discussing and putting things out there. You know what I mean? And people will realize we've been doing this, for a long time before it even becomes established.
Why not start making a buck out of it? Why not? Yes.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yeah,
why not?
I mean, so there's nothing to lie about or to be angry about. The thing is, okay, the way I look at it is, when Potter first came, I said, look, guys, I don't know anything about this guy. I don't even really know his name per se. I just know there's a guy that looks funny. It's a Brighton manager. Okay, never heard anything about his, competency and things like that. I said,
I found out about him through Twitter compilations and TikTok.
Yeah, I said then, but what I am aware of, I mean, what I realize is this is a political appointment. Okay, it's not a footballing appointment. So what Lampard is, again, I would
another political.
It's actually not a political. It's a political sense, but in particular, it's actually a power move. No, it's a power move. So when they're getting the heat from the fans, they realize like the fans get off. So you just throw in, you just push a move that will divide the fans. Now the fans are either like or unlike of Lampard. You know what I mean?
I hate psyops. I hate it so much. I don't like it. It's a dirty game. Psychological no.
Exactly. And then you guys are fighting against each other. You're not like focused on Boli and Egbali anymore. So it's more or less like
we were so united just a few days ago. We were so united.
Exactly. You're so united against them. You know what I mean?
We were so united, and they didn't like it.
Yeah, exactly. So suddenly you guys are divided again, and you're fighting against each other. So it's like a power move, really.
Divide and conquer now.
Divide and conquer. Yeah, that's a good phrase. So that's number one. But to put it mildly, we can see it's another political appointment.
Yeah.
I don't really know why they're obsessed with this kind of appointment. Like it's like they're desperate to get an English appointment.
They're colonizing us. I swear to God, it's colonization all over again.
Exactly. So if there's no young,
it is. We're being colonized.
if there's no young great English appointment available, you can find an alternative till you find one. You don't have to always keep looking for the next one.
But if
So
Lampard works out,
What the scary
egos
part
are
about it
through the
is
roof.
the
Guys,
scary part about it is why Lampard of all people.
yeah,
no, it is sacrificial lamb.
So
See, Abdullahi, have you forgotten that during Potter's reign, Mount fell out? They started having issues with contract. His form dipped. Fans hated him. So all of the Mount stands, all of the pro Mount player fans who are saying bring him back on, the proper Chelsea, they all blended together. Everyone put aside their bickering differences and said, "Fuck the manager, fuck these guys," and they couldn't. They didn't like it. Now that they have brought in Lampard, now Mount has come back. There's a rift.
Daddy is back.
Yes, you
Daddy's back.
too. Keep. Daddy's back. Daddy is back. And you know what I said today? What I said today? If you guys don't forget, have you guys forgotten that when Pulisic, before he got injured, who was he playing the most for?
Lampard.
Lampard.
In the lockdown when he was on form.
Yeah, exactly. Pulisic is the adopted son. Mount is the biological one. This is being honest.
Abdullah, we are the new Banta FCU. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
So, but the thing is,
it is our time. It is our time.
No, but the thing is, okay. We all realize that for Lampard, he's definitely like a better manager now than he was when he left Chelsea. Okay, because he's got
more experience. Yes.
He's got like more experience now. But that does not. He's a better manager than when he left. But that does not really make him an elite manager.
It does not. It does not.
He's still not elite. So
Abdul, you know what this means? And you remember we discussed it before, right? I don't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what this means?
Yeah.
Against Real Madrid, Edward Mendy is going to be in goal. Chai.
Oh my God, he cost us that game. He cost us so badly.
No.
The guy, oh my God. I don't know. Mendy just switches off when the ball is at his feet.
No. Keeman, you wasn't here. Me and Abdullahi and Abdul, we discussed, we made a scenario and everything. Like literally, Benzema got his number, man.
No, but
and this guy is on 2 hat-tricks in 1 week, so I don't know.
Gula, you see that's why I said at the start of I said this is actually a good topic to talk about. You know what I mean? Because we can talk about this extensively, and that's why I like football. I like either when a scenario happens or there's a scene that one can talk about extensively, because that's what broadens your knowledge about the game actually. So we can keep talking about it. Funny enough, in all the training highlights that I've been watching for the past maybe like 3 months, I've never seen Mendy in the training session. But today's highlight,
Abdul, that one's funny.
Did you see him getting on the bus?
Guys,
Did you see him getting on the bus?
Yes.
I even saw him getting on the bus. What?
Abdul,
Boys, he's playing.
Guys, ever since Potter took over, wait. I've never seen Mikhaila Modric as happy as he is when I went to training place today, as under Potter. This man was laughing as if he win Baba. You know Baba Jebu? We call him Baba Jebu in Africa.
No, Everton wanted to buy him in the summer, you know.
No.
Everton trying to buy him in the summer.
Guys,
him and Aubameyang.
Guys, you see, I don't really like the way we are. I don't like the way we are laughing about it, because it's not a laughing matter. Because
if you don't laugh, you cry. If you don't laugh, you cry.
Some of us
If you don't laugh, you cry. And I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to feel pain.
No.
Sorry.
Come
I have enough pain.
Come on, 2 seconds.
No, I'm not giving. No. Why will I lose my golden years to hating?
No.
Do I look like I want my hairline pushed back? No.
Come on. Because
if you frown all the time, your face wrinkles. I don't want to frown. I want to smile. I want to get dimples.
No. Keep on. The reason I'm saying that is because let's not just like laugh and whisk it away, because some of us here or some people listening are actually going to take up serious football roles in the future.
Mm.
So some of these things is actually serious that we can learn from it. We think football is just for us to banter and to joke. No. It's only the kids, the young people that play football. Every other aspect of football is done by very old, experienced, serious people. So
That's
let's not
true.
think that we might never get into football. As
You know what's scary, Abdul? Everything that we said in this stream came to fruition.
Exactly.
I was taking the piss out of Edward Mendy 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Look at him now.
See, guys, you are going to start seeing the best of Mendy.
Did you guys see Lampard following them back on Instagram? Mendy,
Who did he follow back?
Mount,
Really?
Christian
But
Pulisic, Thiago Silva,
Mount,
Aspilicueta.
Mount must be the happiest man in the.
Oh my God!
This
Mount is listen, Kenny.
Mount Major has
500K
got
contract
himself
in the bag.
Mount Major has got himself a new contract.
Daddy is back.
This is part of a fight why the owners have done it. So he signs the contract.
Abdul, go ahead, land. Abdul, go ahead, land. Sorry.
So no. We're going to keep talking about it because there's different aspect of it. That's why I'm not really. You guys can always interject and push the conversation to different direction. So the thing is, you're going to see the best of Mendy because remember he needs a new contract as well.
Yes.
And he got 3 wives.
And he goes like.
but did he actually have 3 wives?
Go let you are sick.
According to Abdullah, he's earning too little for the number of wives he has. Abdullah, you know what 70,000 per week is in London? You're saying
it. They're taking advantage of
Why?
It's not only you that your prayers have been.
Because I saw you eating, well. That's why you're not fasting anymore. So I'm happy.
Guys, let's be honest. 17,000 in Senegal. That's mad. 17,000 in Senegal.
Because why I brought that scenario?
All your kids are fed.
Abdul, because it was me, Kim Black, and Steven who were doing it. Why I brought that scenario is when you're having to work, you have to work and earn a certain amount of money. For you to have that responsibility of marrying 2 wives. I don't know how you guys do your stuff in London, but I'm doing that category based on the kind of commute I'm living here.
So you think 70,000 per week is? I mean, when you have 2 wives, are they going to be eating gold and diamonds?
Abdul, when you have 2 wives, no, Abdul, when you have 2 wives, as a man, you gotta have that responsibility. You have to make more money to satisfy both wives. You can't satisfy one.
But he's making. That's what I'll say to you. He's making more than enough.
No, but Abdul, let's be honest, right? No, let's be honest, Abdul, right? I know we are football, we're analyzing football, but we all know as men, women are not easy to satify.
Yeah.
You think 70,000 is enough? They will want more. You have to take your blood.
No. If they're from Senegal, from the village.
Yeah, come on.
My brother
One
is
is from Senegal, one is from London.
Okay, the one is peak. That one is peak.
Like,
the Senegal one, she will cook for you, man.
Let's leave a man's lifestyle to him.
I rest my case.
The most important thing is there's 2 aspects to this. Okay. Number one, the guy is fighting for a new contract. We're going to see the best of him because he will have had enough time to actually reflect, assimilate, and it will be performing Ramadan.
Chioma is listening to you, Guleg. Wow, Chioma is listening to you, right?
It's okay. Did I lie?
I didn't say anything. I did not say anything.
Did I lie? What did I say?
I beg, I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. No. I get Uma for now. Uma bomb me.
No, Chioma, yeah, me too. I didn't come from the sky, but it's hard to satisfy them. Yeah, go ahead.
So the thing is, this guy's fighting for a new contract, and like the rest of us during Ramadan, he's also praying. I know. And maybe God has answered his own prayers as well. So, look.
You know, Abdul.
You guys.
What you just said is so hilarious because a few days ago we were talking with Abdullah. He said, "Guys, I used my prayer to sack Potter."
So. You are not the only child of God, Abdullah. The other people pray as well.
I prefer to keep months.
So the thing is, for those who say we might win the Champions League, okay, you never know because Mendy on
You
form,
never know.
serious keeper.
Exactly.
Let's not joke. Let's not start like making comedy out of.
Unless he makes stupid mistakes. But thank God Jorginho's not here anymore.
That's what I said. Like Mendy as a serious keeper, when he's like
He's
this
good.
the serious
Spider-Man.
version of Mendy.
Senegalese Spider-Man.
He's a serious keeper. Don't even joke with him. But we wait and see because there's something I'm seeing in Madrid, man. That's another discussion totally. So
Ramadan Kareem, my friend, Ramadan Kareem.
So, but the thing is,
That
but
guy.
the other thing I'm looking at is I looked at the team,
Mhm.
I looked at what Lampard has got on his hands as a team. I look at what Lampard has got in his head as a manager. I don't think in terms of football he can deliver. I don't think so. I don't think he
But
can.
do you not
Do you
think
think
that
he's going to
do you
go
not
back
think
to the
that since
4-3-3?
I know he's gonna play a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1.
If he
I
starts
know
playing
that.
if he starts playing for anything, he's
We're
just tapped
finished.
himself.
We're
He just tapped
finished. This team cannot play 4-4. They only play 3 in the back. Unless you
we
do
cannot
a crazy overhaul of players, you're playing 3 in the back. I'm sorry.
we cannot play 4 at the back because we don't have the midfield. It's not
Oh,
because we
come
don't
on,
have,
man. But we just bought 18 players.
but we don't
No,
have
but
the
the
midfield.
majority of them are attackers. They're
No,
not
no,
midfielders.
Wait.
Let me
What?
let me answer you. That's
How?
actually hold on, Emmy. Now, I mean, that's actually a good point you've made. But remember, on this stream, we keep saying our three principal midfielders for the past 4 seasons
Mhm.
are Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho. Okay,
Mhm.
those 3 have been carrying us. So there's a lot of wear and tear, physically, psychologically, emotionally,
Look at
on those
Liverpool.
players. And we've only refreshed one of those guys, which is Enzo. You see? So that is why we cannot play 4 at the back, because the necessary pillars that we need are actually have suffered a lot of wear and tear.
That's
and only
true.
one
That's true. The open Stanford, if that was Stanford Bridge, that's true.
and only one of them is actually refreshed.
People are praying for better times.
I agree, man.
So that is why, Emmy, that is why we cannot play. So because Tuku doesn't believe in the midfield, so there was no emphasis. And despite the fact that we were investing in other parts of the team, there was no emphasis on the midfield. So the midfield is not properly strong enough for us to play. I'm not saying we cannot play it. Of course, you can play it if you ask the team to play it. But
You know how crazy Lampard is, Abdul. He might play a double pivot of Kante and Enzo together.
No,
No,
I
it's not
think I'll be surprised he plays Enzo as the holding midfielder, Mount and
Oh my God.
No, Kante cannot be bench, Emmy. Kante cannot be bench.
No. This team, the
No,
injuries.
Kante is playing.
Team
I
injuries.
think Kante is going to play DM.
Or he'll probably bet on Kante for the Madrid game because he knows Kante cannot play, because Kante is fasting, right? Kante cannot play the Madrid game and the Wolves game. Like, you want to kill
No,
it.
he's going to play him, but he's going to sub him. But Kante is going to be playing DM, 100%.
I don't know if he will start. Will he start?
He's going to start.
I don't
Yes,
think he'll
Lampard
start.
is
He will
going to
not
start.
start.
So
He
who's
will
going
not
to
start.
start
He will
on
not start.
midfield? Go Lampard's
So-
going to play 4-3-3.
It's an away game. It's an away game. It doesn't matter.
You hear me, yeah?
Emmy. So
4-2-3-1.
We can hear you, Steve.
Steve, we can hear you.
Your mic is a little bit coming
No
up.
one never
coming
let
up, but
me talk, man.
go ahead.
We can hear
Go ahead.
Nah,
Go ahead.
don't want to do
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Steve. Go ahead. Steve, go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
It's Friday, man. Steve is having a good time.
No, Steve is hyper, man. He's on so many bottles.
Are you drinking NSC like Abdul, or you're drinking Chivita like Abdul?
Oh, you're eating suya and you're drinking.
No, I'm just pissed off with this club. It's a fucking circus. That's what it is.
Oh, wait, Steve. I thought you liked the Lampard idea, though.
I like Lampard, but the club is a circus, bro.
But wait, let me ask you a question, right, Steve? Do you think that the club would have been better run by the Ricketts?
Hey,
No, because they're racist.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care. I
Because
don't
right
want
now, right now, Chelsea went for the guys that were not racist. Where has it taken us? This club has regressed at least 10 years in the last 1 year.
No, Emmy. There's principles you don't cross. There's principles you don't cross.
So you think the Ricketts? Okay, what about the other guy? What was the third person?
Radcliffe.
Saudi Arabia.
No, Saudi Arabia. They didn't want it. They didn't put a serious offer. That's why they were weeded out quickly.
I think they knew that they were going to reject their offer. What I'm just saying is this, right? We were sold that Todd Bowley and consortium was going to take the baton from where Roman stopped and actually run with this club to higher level.
They've only been here for half a season. You have to wait.
No, it's not. It's more than half a season, bro.
Oh, it is more than half a season. Okay, 8 months. But you have to wait.
No. They bought the club May last year. Yeah.
Okay, so almost 1.5 years. Okay, but you still have to wait.
Almost 1 year. Down their 11th month.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah, they're their 11th month, and people always keep saying, "Oh, they just been here 6 months." No, they've been here 11 months. They bought the club May 20.
Yeah, almost 1 year.
Last year.
Yeah.
But this is their first season, so you have to wait.
It doesn't matter.
They ruined our reputation.
They have ruined this.
They did.
Let's chill. Yeah, but it's the thing.
Okay, let me.
No, but the thing is that
let me ask you.
No, they did.
I feel you guys are being a bit too
much.
much.
In last year,
but there's some like
how
this.
many times?
One by one, guys. One by one.
Let me just ask a question. In the last 1 year, that since these guys took over, how many times has Chelsea actually been ridiculed everywhere?
What?
How many times have we been ridiculed as a football club?
I didn't hear you. What was the some stats?
Whoever's preparing food.
Wait. Is somebody Is somebody bathing, taking shower?
No, wrapping food with aluminium foil.
Yeah, wrapping food. It's foil, aluminium foil.
It's aluminium foil.
Is somebody making sound on the stream, please?
No, it's
taco. Somebody's eating taco. You are eating Taco Bell. Taco? Excuse me?
Oh no.
Go ahead, Debbie. Go ahead.
See, I'm just saying, since these guys bought the club, tell me one good decision they've made. Actually, one.
No. I concede. But American tax.
What? No.
No.
Yeah, no, I agree. Right
American.
now they're being poor, but I think we need to give them.
Compared to our old owners, Abramovich never liked to be seen. These guys, they love being in the limelight. American sports. American sports. It's all about showtime. It's all about showing off.
Let me not lie to you guys, right? I'm scared that Chelsea is going to have another disastrous preseason in America by going gallivanting, from one city to another, taking pictures, and then start the season again with Lampard, and then crash before November and not win a match. I'm not joking. I actually saw it.
And guess what the funny thing is?
You get sacked.
Guess what the funny thing is?
But that doesn't see, Keyman. It doesn't matter how much are they paying Lampard. Maybe 4 million.
I have no idea.
That's nothing.
No way.
That's
no way they're paying 5 million.
Exactly. But guess what? By November, Chelsea have played about 12, 14, 15 matches in the league. And guess what? You've only won 3 out of 13 or 14. You're probably in a 14th position. Tell me, when you sack Lampard, is Lampard going to be like, oh, geez, he just sacked me? No, he's just going to walk away. It's not a big deal.
This is the scary part about me. I advocated for Lampard out on his first reign when I was officially out on social media where people come at me a lot. Now, when Lampard was hired, I received so many tweets, so many DMs on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter on Lampard. Right now, people are still saying, are you going to do another part 2 of that complicated show again that you ran? And I said, at this moment right now, my brain is nowhere to be found because myself, I'm complicated already because I don't know exactly where my head is. So I don't want Lampard to become the permanent manager because if that happens, I love Lampard as a legend. But as a manager, Stamford Bridge, Lampard, manager, no, that is it.
Oh, I have to lie. Did you see the Mikel interview?
I saw the Mikel interview, yes. Because Mikel said Lampard needs to start having a lot of the way the other managers on the touchline in terms of where Tuchel does, the way Tuchel does when he came in and go. He needs to have that fight in him. That other manager does it, he needs to have it. And he said because he's a club legend, so it's easier for him to kind of calm the fans down, the media and everything because his experience. And he said maybe this time around he will have learned one or two lessons where he can use. But he said we have to wait and see.
Do you think? Let me ask you. Do you think I don't know. Let's wait to what Lampard will do tomorrow. I'm tired of talking about.
Emmy, this is.
I will talk about something else. There's a lot of good games this weekend.
Let's talk about the actual Wolves game.
We have already talked about it. So I don't even know what he's gonna do because I don't know what Lampard is gonna do.
The one thing I'm annoyed.
He's gonna go for 3-3.
All right, I have to lie. The one
Right.
thing I'm annoyed about is that Hakim Ziyech was on the team coach and traveled to Wolves. I'm so pissed.
He said he wants to
wait. Hakim Ziyech traveled to Wolves?
Yeah, he traveled with.
Lampard bought him, Lampard bought him.
Ah, man, this guy is going to kill this club.
I'm annoyed. I don't want to talk anymore. Seriously, I'm done.
Yeah, are you going to the game?
Oh, man, this club, what is happening, man?
Are you going to the club? Are you going to the game? Sorry.
Yeah, but
No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go as well.
Oh, Gullet, you're going?
Yeah.
Oh, you going?
Wait, Gullet, you're gonna go and you've not slept yet.
No, it's okay, man. How can I sleep with this nonsense, bro?
So what
time is the game?
When will you head out? Okay, you probably leave around 12, right? It's not too far, right?
No, it is far. It is far.
It's far.
Yeah, no, Wolves is
Yeah,
far.
I leave like 9:30 because I don't want to go traffic. Before that, it's going to be traffic. So it's about three and a half without traffic.
Oh,
well, what time is the game? Is it at 3?
3 o'clock. Yeah.
Wait.
So, you're gonna reach at 2, huh?
Just take the train.
No. I'll drive there.
Oh my God! Just for Chelsea? This Chelsea?
My bro.
I ain't driving for this Chelsea for no.
No. My bro.
Let's be honest.
I have other things to do.
I understand, but we are in a very bad situation, and I want to see everything live.
You want to see everything live?
I want to see it live.
Okay, so you'll be reporting for this channel then.
I have a season ticket in it. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Good. I have a question for you. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you going to disguise yourself amongst the proper Chelsea?
Oh no.
When you go to the game, you wear the jersey, right?
Sometimes, if I'm in a good mood.
Are you going to wear tomorrow? Let me just ask
No, bro. Tomorrow I can't, bro.
Tomorrow you're just going
to wear... Make some out, You have to do it.
Emmy, remember, I'm going to be fasting as well.
So. My brother, we need to meet up. We need to meet at the ground, man, if you're there, man.
No, definitely, Steven. We will. Bro, this is headache.
You and Steven, have you guys met?
No, we actually just started meeting here first, but we never met face to face.
You guys have to test. You
guys need to meet tomorrow. Maybe drive there.
You guys have to test each other.
No, definitely, bro. I actually live next to Abdul as well, and I don't even know how he looks like.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Really? Damn.
Man, Abdul, man. Show yourself, Joe.
Abdul, show yourself.
Abdul is a shot. Abdul is a shot. He doesn't go outside.
Abdul, unmute that mic.
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah.
Abdul.
Did you hear what I said, Abdul?
You guys have to make.
You said you live next to. We live close to each other or something.
Yeah. I said I live next to Abdul, but I never seen you either, so that's how I was going to explain.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Just drink water. Don't drink Chelsea though. You drink Chelsea, you choke more.
Mr. Abdul, you live not far away from Stamford. You need to be going to Stamford.
Wait, what? Okay, can we talk about the Bayern Freiburg game?
We talked about Liverpool already before you came in.
No, I know. I don't care about Liverpool. I have Liverpool. It's the only Premier League we want to talk about. Let's talk about where is Tosin?
There's no big match, though. There's no real big match.
No, see
this week.
let me
Oh,
tell
you guys
you.
speak about Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Wait. Hold on. See, in the Bundesliga, if Freiburg beats Bayern Munich again tomorrow, geez, man, that'll be scary, man, because that'll be 3 times they beating Bayern this season.
Yeah, maybe they have that number, man.
I don't know, but Thomas Tuchel has never lost to the same team twice back to back in his career. So I'm hoping we see. I'll actually watch.
Really? Back to has he not?
No, back to back, the same team he's played over the same time. Like not over season, but like he plays the same team on Wednesday and plays them on Saturday. No. That's Potter for you. Potter lost to Man City twice, lost to Fulham twice. Man,
you know what makes me in this Potter game? What makes me laugh in this Potter game is the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Potter he just threw that match away and said, "Fuck it, I don't care."
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Although the two against Man City, though.
Against Man City,
we
lost 4-0.
Yeah, that FA Cup one was I don't. The Carabao Cup was.
Wait, which one was the 4-0? Is it the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup?
It was FA Cup.
The Carabao Cup was before the World Cup, right? It was in
the FA Cup was 4-0. That was the FA Cup.
That 4-0, that one paid me because it just threw it away. It was like, I don't care.
I think the Carabao was 2. It was 2-0.
See, let me tell you something about Potter. They gave Potter too much belief. They told him that we will not sack you this year, no matter what happened. I remember they said that to him in September. No matter what happened.
The media was saying that, but the board weren't. They were talking to Frank Lampard since February as well.
Wow.
And they've been talking to Lampard since February. When was Lampard sacked?
They said late February. That's when the idea started. After some of the stuff they say, like sometimes.
As soon as he got sacked from Everton, they were already talking to him. Man,
no, that means that they've been thinking. That means that they've been thinking about sacking Potter.
Journalists knew that he was on the brink of being sacked a long time ago, but they wouldn't put the articles out for some reason.
Yeah, but Steve, you know what that shows you? That shows you that they didn't even hire Lampard because of the fans. It was already pre-planned. So we are
as an interim,
they want a yes man. That's what they want.
100%.
No, but we knew that already because I think it was before the Tottenham game.
I believe
they already said that it was like he had these 2 games.
I believe there'll be a protest. There'll be a protest in Stamford Bridge. If by this time next month Chelsea is losing games and Lampard is clueless and these owners have not found a new coach, no, people will push. They will actually be so unpopular because people are not going to shout on Lampard. If they think that getting Lampard is a decoy for the fans not attacking them, they're joking. They don't know Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans have already started attacking Todd Bowley already. They've already started chanting. I won't be surprised if Lampard doesn't win games or things don't go the right way by the end of this month. And Chelsea has 9 games this month. 9 matches this month of April. If Lampard doesn't win 5 of them or 4 of them, yeah, there'll be trouble, man.
I've got we already played 2 of them, didn't we?
Sorry.
Yeah, we played 2, right? We lost the 2, right?
No, guys, won. No, lost 1 and then drawn 1.
Yeah, guys, I've got a question.
So we have 7 to go. Go ahead, Abdul, sir.
Yeah. So, what I want to ask is, but why do they want a yes man?
Because they want to be the most popular part of the club.
It's a dictatorship, Abdul. It's a dictatorship. It's not a club.
That's what I'm saying. These guys need to be offered. You guys hired so many people. You guys just go back to you guys. You've hired 20, 30 different directors. Just let these guys do their jobs.
Thank you, Kenny. I don't understand how you spend £600 million on players within 1 season. Okay, you get all these directors, and you still want a yes man coach.
No, Abdul.
Let me tell you.
No, let's wait. Let me go back. Let me just 1 second. Let me just 1 second.
Steve, continue talking. I want to go with Arabi. I'll be back. Keep talking. Steve, talk about.
Continue.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Go on, carry on.
Keman. Carry on, Keman.
Oh, now what I'm saying is, what the fuck was I saying? Shit, discontinue. I've completely forgot. Fuck.
Take your multivitamins, my friend.
I completely forgot. Holy shit.
Yeah, what did they want a yes man?
Multivitamins or take a
Oh my
multivitamin.
god, man! I have completely forgot.
The 20 directors died. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember.
Yeah, you can go after Yasser. Yasser, go ahead. No
Yeah.
problem.
One of the.
Kima,
What?
go.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
Kima,
go
go.
ahead. It's okay. Go ahead.
No, Keeman, you might forget again, man. Just
Oh shit! Oh yeah, you're right.
You don't want you to forget.
So what I was trying to say is, this is one of the reasons why I'm scared if Lampard wins, because if he wins, whoever was responsible, like whoever strong-armed this move, if it was like Bali or Todd Bowley, it will embolden them more. You get it? They will never give up power. They will say, "Hey, look, I gambled. I put all the risk on my shoulders. Now you're going to listen to me. I fucked up with Potter, but look what I've done now." And like Blue Eyes said, it would be a shrewd piece of business. Shout out to Blue Eyes, by the way. Shrewd piece of business.
Charlie. And that's what I was scared of, Amy. That's why I was giving that scenario. It's not because I want him to win logically, but if that happens, they're gonna say, "Look, we sacked one of the so-called good managers in the world, which is Potter, and we got Potter, and we didn't do anything, and we sacked Tuchel before that, which didn't work either, but we got it right the third time around, so nobody can tell us anything now."
Oh, authoritarian regime. Here we go.
Well,
this is worse than Kim Jong-un, the North Korea. This is worse.
What I was gonna say is this is American owners. I don't want to brush this everyone in the same brush, but I've seen this with the Cronkies. I've seen this with the Glazers. They don't want a challenging figure as a manager. They don't like people that questions their authority and questions their ability in terms of their figure. For example, that's why Thomas Tuchel was there. That's the reason why they sacked him. Thomas Tuchel told him, "Hey, you stay over there, do your job. I'm gonna do my job. Let's not mix. Like you don't know what you're talking about. I don't have time to teach you about football." Todd Bowley didn't like it. I genuinely believe they really, really liked Potter, but they just I feel like they I don't know. I didn't know the fact that they actually wanted to sack him a long time ago. That's actually surprising to me because I thought they always liked Potter. They always they wanted to keep him, but for the most part they are gonna get a yes man, and yeah, Lampard seems like the best. Not gonna lie to you guys, Lampard does seem like the ideal candidate for them. I mean,
not only for them, Yasser. He's going to use this as a come up.
Yep.
Because remember, I told you his career was done.
Guled, he can't believe it. I think Lampard cannot believe. If you ask Lampard, like, if I wish people like we could hear what Lampard thought. Lampard thought is probably like, I can't believe it. How am I in this position again? He's probably laughing inside. Because this is crazy.
No, I want you to imagine how someone like Vincent Kompany feels. He's like, God damn, this guy can get fired. Here I am winning the championship.
Vincent Kompany just got promoted to Premier League.
It just got he won 11 points clear. 11 points clear.
Yeah.
11 points clear. Highest number of wins in the league, 25, I believe, out of 39 games.
And you know what's scary? You know what's scary?
2 losses, only 2 losses. Can you imagine that? Only 2. That's crazy.
You know what's scary? I don't even know why I'm looking that far into the future. But now that Kompany is going to come in the Premier League, and if he takes Burnley to a 6th or a 7th, he could become a Chelsea manager in 1 season or 2.
No.
Oh my
Don't
God.
be surprised.
No.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Even Kompany, I think he's a decent guy. I don't know. I don't really. I need to see more. Because his first don't forget he had a job before. He coached the way he coached the Belgium because he's from Anderlecht. That's why
Yeah.
they gave him the job and he did terrible there. Obviously, you
No,
go
no, but
back up
no,
with
no.
Burnley.
Kenny. To be fair to Vincent Kompany, what I will say about him is the guy, he has a cojones. You know, he doesn't take shit
Yeah,
from
no.
anyone. Believe me.
Yeah, no,
He
yeah,
says,
no.
I remember I saw this. I think
Like
Burnley did
someone else said,
they did an all or nothing. They did an all for nothing or whatever that documentary is called. He said
All or
he told the
nothing. Yeah.
players, yeah, they just came out of a draw. It was I think 1-1 or 2-2. He was chewing them out in the dressing room. He said, "You guys, your job is to listen to what I tell you to do. If you lose, I'm the one who's going to get. I'm taking all the blame. It's all on me, not on you. But when you go out and do whatever the hell you want to do, I wish we lost."
No, the guy looks very. Even when he speaks on TV, the guy like he knows. Like, the guy knows what he's talking
He's
about.
serious. He's a serious guy. He's a serious dumb.
He's a serious guy, and he
He's
did
not a
that Pep
jokester.
as a he did that
Okay,
Pep as a man.
okay. In that case, then thank God, because and now that shows that he's not a yes man. So thank God.
Yeah, he's a hard my guy is, you know, you can just tell he's not someone that laughs.
And at least Patrick Vieira is going to be. We're going to have a black manager back in the league.
You know what? I feel so sorry for Patrick Vieira, man. The guy just kept playing Ayu. Why do you keep playing that guy? He has favoritism issues, I swear. But you know what? Credit to him. He made cocaine look good.
No, seriously, bro. I can't even believe what the fuck is going on in Chelsea. I honestly don't understand it.
Some things don't make sense, but you know.
No, Gullet. The way Lampard was talking in the press conference and the briefings that we were getting, I was like, this guy is.
Yes, that is what's scaring us. Now you understand why we're so scared?
Yeah, I was like, this guy's only supposed to be here for 9 games. Why are they talking like maybe if this, that,
Yasser. The whole press conference was supposed to be about Wolves. They didn't even talk about Wolves, bro.
We just talked about his appointment.
That's crazy. No, I the thing is, I've said this before. Owners, this is what they bet against. They bet against they believe the majority of the fan base or majority of any fan base are stupid. They genuinely believe the fan base are stupid. That's what they believe, and it comes from that. It comes from the old
It's not their fault. It's not their fault, Yasser. They come from a zombified American populace that just sits there, corn syrup. You know, they sit down with McBurger.
Keeman, I'm not gonna lie to you. These owners, it comes from the arrogance, the fact that they're billionaires, the fact that they've been running. They ran the MLB franchise. Like these guys, they really genuinely believe, man, these are supporters. They're stupid. They don't know anything. One day they're happy, one day they're sad. So you throw a bone at him, you throw a dog a bone, and he'll be happy. He will just shut up.
Yasser, that's a very good point. That's a very good point because, and I always tell this to United fans. I say, whenever United start this hashtag Glazers hat and march and whatnot, and pitch evasions and flares and whatnot, what do the Glazers do? They go into the market, they buy a brand new flashy 80-something 90 million winger or midfielder, and then the fans keep quiet. They're back the next week.
Yeah. And also,
they're back sitting down.
Keeman, this is the hiring of Lampard was a pacifier for the fans.
It was.
It's how do we get the fans to shut up and sit down? How do we get them to shut up and sit down and then act according to what we want them to act?
I would not be surprised if and I think Chris knows about this. And Goulet, the guys who go to the matches all the time. I would not be surprised if Todd Bowley has someone high up in the Chelsea fan organization. I don't know what they call it again. Was it the Chelsea fan club fund or something? I don't know. Like I remember when Todd Bowley was
you're talking about he was trying to set up a Chelsea fans committee. They wanted a representative. They wanted a representative for the Chelsea fans to be part of the board meetings, right?
Exactly.
But what's the point, Kima? What's the point? Even your sporting directors cannot make decisions. What
I have a feeling is because I remember right before they were authorized, right before they were I think it was a couple of weeks before the bid was accepted and whatnot. Bowley was caught, Bowley and I think Mbali, they were caught in a bunch of pictures. They were coming back and forth from that fan headquarters. They kept talking to them, explaining to them, and then there was this one letter that was released by the fan organization. And that's when I realized. I said, hey, maybe they might have someone along with them that they're saying, hey, listen, they're bouncing ideas off. They're like, hey, we have this English manager. Oh, Graham Potter. Oh, we have Lampard. Oh, this and that. You get it? To keep those sentimental fans in their pocket.
Yeah, but this is the issue, and I think Stephen can actually agree with me on this one. The issue we have with Chelsea fans, bro, is there is a part of Chelsea fans, aka Rory Jennings and his kind of type of Chelsea fans, right, that never put the club first. They put their agenda first. So whether they like a certain coach because he was a legend, or he was a dear person to the club, or if they like another coach and they have an agenda that actually backs him, they will always push for them. They will never think about what's good for the club, what's good for our position in the league, what's good for our reputation. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. So if somebody actually joins the board meeting, as you're saying, and he might be a representative of the Chelsea fans, he might be one of those ones. He might be one of those ones. Because if they started talking to Lampard since February, then that tells you that this was pre-planned.
Guys, I think it's Abdul. I don't know who said this, but don't be shocked for a Conte comeback. Do not be shocked. Do not be shocked.
But if they're looking for yes men, then I don't think we're gonna have a world-class manager, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it is just in the best case. I'm here personally. I wouldn't mind it. One season, win the Premier League. I don't mind.
Conte just what do you say? He aired Tottenham's dirty laundry. Conte is not a yes man. He's not a yes man.
But you know what they could say? They could say, hey, this team can fit what he wants to do, and we have Lukaku, someone that he's won the Scudetto with. No. Think about it. We can't sell Lukaku. No one's buying him. Lukaku's coming back. It's either we use him or do what? Pay for his loan again.
No. Think about this, right? Osimhen wants to come to the Premier League, right?
No, Osimhen's going to United. I'm sorry.
No, but he wants to come to the Premier League, right?
But he's going to United. He's not coming to Chelsea.
Napoli wanted to get Armando Broja from us before he signed permanently to us, because they wanted him to be the second striker.
His leg is broken. They will not take him. His leg is broken.
So now that his leg is broken, then there is a chance with Lukaku. Lukaku could find a club in Italy. Definitely, bro. Especially if he keeps scoring for Belgium, his stock is going to rise.
How is the rivalry between Napoli and Inter Milan? Is it big?
But he's not their player. He's our player. Remember, so we can sell them to any other Serie A club. We just loaned him there.
No, the thing about Italian clubs and their fans, they really hate disloyalty. They don't like it. They don't like that.
Yeah, but
especially I remember Lukaku when he was kissing their badge and then he came to Chelsea. The guy was getting death threats.
Yeah. But he's back now. He's back now.
He's back now, scoring goals.
And they don't mind. This is what I mean.
No, this time because they know that he's leaving. They know that he's not staying. They know that their club can't afford him. We paid for his loan.
He's the reason why they got to the quarterfinal of the Champions League.
I guess. And also, by the way, I remember. I think I was talking to Mike on I think not Mike. I was talking to someone and they reminded me. They said Benfica in the Champions League, they have some fans that are a bit extreme, if you get what I mean, right? They're facing Inter Milan. So with Lukaku, with the power of inclusion and diversity, will he overcome that?
Bro, he's a bit emotional. We saw what happened with Juve. So
yeah. So he just might, he just might.
Yeah,
might.
Bro, it's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough for them. Yes, it's going to be tough for them.
It's going to be tough because I remember even once when they played AC Milan and him and Ibrahimovic had beef. In that same day, in that game, he was getting racist chants from AC Milan too, and AC Milan had black players. So I don't understand how this football works, bro. I just don't.
It is weird. It is, the thing is this: the some countries are just I don't know how to explain it. I remember one time I was in one country where they had a biscuit named the N word. It was so hilarious. I couldn't believe it, and people just eat it.
Goodness.
They don't see anything wrong with it. It's weird. It's weird.
This is the world we live in, bro.
Yeah, that's Belgium. Yeah, it's called. Yeah, it's Ted. Yeah, it's head of. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I won't say the word, but
I don't want to say
yeah, I
it.
know. Yeah.
This is the world we live
But Italy has an history with that, anyways.
But one thing I realized is like nowadays they just do it, just to they because the Italians, do you know the way they think is we're doing this because it's triggering to the opposition player, and so we will continue doing this. We don't care.
That's but not even Italy has it. Look at what happened to Vinicius in Real Madrid.
No, yeah, so they do it to trigger them. See, that's football fans. Football fans are stupid. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know I mentioned earlier that the owners say look at the football fans and they see them as being stupid. A lot of football fans are dumb. They're stupid. They don't have brain.
Yeah,
that's true. So the way they think is, there's a black player. What is the one thing I can say that could get his attention? Oh, I'm gonna call him a monkey. Yeah, there you go, Vinicius. Oh, monkey. And then that's the way they think. That's literally the way they think. So no matter how much because in reality nothing will ever get done by it, so they continue doing it. And to be honest, I've always said if you want to stop racism, and especially like on the field, what needs to be happening is you need to abandon the game. You need both.
Just leave, walk out.
Yeah, you need both.
Yes, they will never do it. Let me tell you why they will never. Yeah, but they will. I'll tell you why they'll never do it. Division sells. Division is the reason why there is the 1%, bro. The so-called elites that control 1%. I mean, 97 was it 90% of the wealth of the world?
You have a long trip tomorrow. You have a long trip today.
I'm gonna have to go.
Be careful what you say. You know.
It's okay, bro. I might not, bro. Bro, listen to me. Yeah? I'm a realist. This is the thing with me, right? I'm a realist. You know when someone, like, everything has a gray area and there is black and white, right?
Yes.
I always try to be honest with myself. Division sells. Look at everything, bro. If people are not divided, if he's there, but he's backstage, he's waiting for Abdullah. I don't know if Stephen can bring him in, but I don't know. Stephen, can you bring people in? Stephen.
I think he's going to.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's gonna wait for Abdullah. I'll let him know. Yeah, but bro, division sells, bro. Division sells. Without division, nothing will sell. If everybody got along, how is there gonna be rivalry? You tell me. It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
So they know what they're doing. So it's normal. It's normal. But people are so dumb because they fall for it hook, line, and sinker.
It's the beginning of time.
But what the thing is, can somebody give me I'm still looking for the scientific reasoning behind it, why they want a yes man. And to be honest, I don't really know the difference between a yes man and a non-yes man. Because do you want somebody who's going to win? What the overall benefit is it not to find somebody that will just will win and keep winning?
Abdul, no, it's not that. They need someone because they think they know the game. They need someone
that's what Kima said.
I think you need to explain your countrymen, man. These guys, they don't. People have to understand the psyche of an American. An American can never be wrong.
Yeah.
Never. Especially a billionaire. Look at Musk. You think he'll ever admit that he's wrong?
Yeah, but this is 2023. The world has moved on. We're not saying you're wrong. We're not saying you're wrong. But if you hire me and I'm the specialist, I might be able to like steer the ship, a little bit better than you. And you get more joy. You get more joy if I steer the ship because we're likely to win. I just don't understand this politics. You've done everything good. You've done everything good up to this point. So why you so like, you know what I mean, guys? Like it's
No,
like
no,
you
I,
just
I,
have
I,
to be
do- I
clear.
get, no, I get what you're saying, but again, you know one thing I say: don't look at what the person says. Look exactly at the person does, and look at Todd Bowley. Well, first thing he came in, what did he say? He said, "I'm not gonna change the footballing structure. I am because this is a transition. I'm gonna keep the footballing structure, especially for the first transfer window. For the first transfer window, that's literally what he said. What happened a month later? He sacked everybody. Completely sacked
Everybody.
everybody to the point that there was the only person that was in the board level that was only him left. To the point that he had to play footballing director, where he was actually going all around Europe to go sign players. The owner was doing this. That how unusual is that? He was going and people saw him with a briefcase and everything at going to Barcelona, meeting with Laporta.
Yasser, thank you. Speak on it. Speak on it.
Unheard of. No one unheard of. But you know what? He's a new guy. Everyone give him the leverage of they said the guy is new. We're gonna be patient. What did he do? He got into it with Tuchel because Tuchel said, "I don't have time to waste my energy explaining some football to you. I can't. I don't have the time for that. I am a
Yasser,
manager.
4-4-3. He said 4-4-3.
Yeah, my job as a manager is to manage. I cannot I can't manage the players and you. I cannot teach you football. I can't do that." Todd Bowley did not like that. Todd Bowley did not like that at all. He got upset with that, and that in the end, it ended up sacking Tuchel because he didn't want to work with Todd Bowley. He didn't want to work with him. So then he sacked him. Then who did they hire? They hire who? Graham Potter. I can guarantee you one of the reasons they hired Graham Potter is when Todd Bowley went to Brighton to sign for Cucurella. I can almost guarantee you, him and Graham Potter actually had a phenomenal conversation. Graham Potter actually, was actually interested in what Todd Bowley was doing at Chelsea, and Todd Bowley probably gravitated towards that. Probably he was probably happy about that. He's like, "Oh, Potter's different than Tuchel. He's showing me respect. He is actually interested." This guy, and then Potter probably says some things like, "Oh, I like what you're doing with Chelsea." Yeah, stuff like that, and to stroke his ego.
Yes, 1 second. Why does this sound like a teen love novel? Why does this sound like a teen love novel?
Team what?
It sounds like a teen romance. What the fuck is this?
But then this guy Todd Bowley. Here's the thing. I've always said this: billionaire owners, they have a high ego. They do. And at times when they come, they with their ego, the ego comes with arrogance, and when arrogance, it could also come with ignorance. And I think that's a lot of what we see with Todd Bowley. This guy does not know what he's doing, has no idea, but there's not a bone in his body that will admit that he has right now that will say, "You know what? Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I just need to slow down a little bit and actually trust the people that are hired to actually do the job." But do you guys believe Todd Bowley is actually for once thinking that? No. Because why? Because he's a billionaire. Billionaires are never wrong. Everybody else is wrong. Abdul, you're wrong. I'm wrong. Keeman is wrong. Abdullah is wrong. Eric Blue is wrong. Goulet, you're wrong. Compared to a billionaire owner, because they're always right. They are always right, and that's how they believe it. That's how they function. So, to be honest, Abdul, you keep saying yeah, I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, that's what Todd Bowley is. His action pretty much is clear of what the type of person he is. Todd Bowley can never be wrong. Everyone else is wrong. And at the end of the day, Todd Bowley is the smartest person in the room. That's just the truth.
Well, at that rate, we are going down the drain, man. Because this is another circus. I believe Lampard is better. I believe Lampard is better for Chelsea, like I said, for Chelsea than Potter. But Lampard is still not an elite. It's just moving from one garbage to the garbage. And then we're going to go through all these, psychological we're going to be tormented again for another like one season, a season and a half. But because what I've noticed with Lampard is, okay, there's an initial high about him, about his regimes, but then he doesn't know how to um, continuously drive this momentum for a long duration of time. So if they finally give him the job, a season and a half, 2 seasons, and then the wheels will come off, and then we'll get back to ground zero again, and then we'll start mourning, start complaining. As this guy says, they want to build the biggest club on planet. They want to build the biggest brand in the world, and we're stuck with who we appoint as a manager. I just don't see it working like long term. It's just going to be like another, mental torment.
But Abdul, this is the last thing I'm gonna say because I actually I need to drink more water because I recently just broke my fast. But Abdul, let me ask you this. I don't know if this is really him, but why would anyone that has Todd Bowley's name that owns a Twitter account, why would he ever be on a Twitter space? Why? That's my.
I don't know.
As
Mr. Eric, no vessel. I went to go and pray.
No. Look, it was a fun conversation, and I'm still listening. I'm just gonna go quiet again.
You're gonna ignore. Okay. No. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, please finish. Please finish.
Minegas FC. Lord, that Messi. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. No, please. Me, Daniel, Edoma, HH, Eric. We might have to bring some Eric. We might have to. We might have to do Eric. We might have to do a round 2 of the complicated Chelsea show. Lord have mercy.
Well, let's be honest. We're going to beat Wolves. That's a guaranteed 3 points. But then
back 3, back 4. Back 3, back 4.
Ooh, it's gonna be a back 4.
Eric,
it's gonna be a back 4.
Lord have mercy.
No, watch. Just watch. Now. We're gonna be Wolves.
Eric, goalie. Who's starting goalie? Mason Mount or Mason Mount?
I don't think Mason Mount won't play this game. I don't think so.
Daddy has arrived. Come on, Daddy, yeah.
We'll see. Maybe. I think Kepa will start, and I think Mason Mount. Well, if what Lampard said is right, then everyone has a clean
slate.
Good. What did Jesse about? What is he Jesse about? Good. Can you explain this?
That's the Lampard's brother in India.
Yes. I think sorry, Bullet. What was this?
I told you now.
He actually looks like him. He looks like him.
Wait, is that him or his brother?
That's an Indian Lampard.
Pratish Lapora.
Indian Lampard. Chai. That's Ash. But continue.
Look, Yasser, you were saying something, but you didn't finish. But I'll just, if you wanna let me talk, I'll just.
Eric, what I was saying is,
yeah,
I just don't understand why Todd Bowley. I know I'm pretty sure it wasn't him, but anyone that is affiliated with him, why would he ever be in a Twitter space with Chelsea fans? I don't understand that.
He would because he cares about what the fans think. Their opinion matters a lot.
About him.
Yeah, about him and just, the atmosphere. He cares about the atmosphere and the reception from the match-going fans. So that's why he brought in Lampard. It's a common sense move. Even the people who are, upset with him, who happen to be match-going fans or happen to be tribal fans, nobody's saying anything now.
You're Lampard in. Eric, you're Lampard in.
Everyone's quiet. Well, I'm not talking about myself.
I am not quiet, though. I'm not quiet.
I'm not referring to you guys.
Lampard in. No, his answer. It's a straightforward answer.
Oh my! Can you just let me finish? Okay. So like I was saying, right? I'm talking about the tribal fans, and I'm talking about.
You're talking about proper Chelsea.
Yes, I'm not proper Chelsea. Obviously, I'm black. I'm not proper Chelsea, and I'm not.
Neither am I. Thank God.
Thank you. So it's funny you asking me that question. I don't go to the games.
So a black person can't be proper Chelsea. Why?
Mute your mic.
It's impossible.
So I'm not proper Chelsea, and I don't go to the games. So I'm ruling myself. I'm not describing myself when I'm talking about these fans, right? So these fans, they see Lampard. Oh my goodness, Lampard's back! Wow. And they just forget. It's like they don't. The memory just gets wiped. They just forget everything that happened before, and everything's great now. Everything's great.
Eric, apparently they started negotiating with Lampard from February.
Look, people who are concerned about Lampard long term, I'm just going to say right now, you're not wrong for being concerned.
Eric, this guy had a press conference. They never talked about Wolves, not even one time. They forgot that we are playing them.
Look, Lampard.
No, you guys didn't get it. That was not a press conference. It was his live CV. You know what I'm saying?
Eric,
it was a biography. It was a biography.
See, Eric, look, Eric, you know what's interesting? If you're not a Chelsea fan, if you're not really a Chelsea fan, you really don't understand the gravitas and the significance of disappointment. I feel like
no, you actually don't. No, you have to stop this.
No, I didn't know, Keeman. I genuinely feel like people around the footballing world really don't understand how deep this is. I feel like the only people that understand is Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans, like they understand. They really understand. Like, bro, this guy really could be the Chelsea manager. Like that's not even a far-fetched idea. You tell that to other people, be like, no, he's just here for interim manager. You guys gonna sign Nagelsman. It's like, no, Chelsea. I feel like only Chelsea fans really understand what this means. Because at the end of the day, you need to know your club.
Look, Yasser, I'm gonna say this: do not let Lampard fluke his way to a Champions League semi-final.
That's
Charlie.
Don't let it happen. If that happens,
we're finished.
Okay.
Eric, brace yourself. It will happen. That's what I'm saying.
Eric, I'll tell you something funny. Anyone who's back.
Go ahead.
This is why we love football. Because every time we try to predict it, we fall straight down on our heads instead of our asses. So I'm not surprised.
But you know what? I need to say this very quick. Some people were saying some very funny things, and I'm just going to address it right now. Anybody who wants Lampard to fail because you don't like him or you don't think, I'm sorry, I cannot agree with that perspective. Sometimes some people are very gracious.
We're not saying we're not really wishing failure. We're just saying if he does the impossible, if horoscopes and celestial bodies align themselves on a particular day and somehow the barrier, the barrier in between dimensions just shifts, and Lampard somehow grabs a Champions League medal.
And I'm going to celebrate that medal. What, you think I'm going to
No. Of course, we'll celebrate it. But Eric, things don't last. The next day, we'll have to think about 7-year contract.
Exactly. So you see, it's a very tricky situation because I never want Chelsea to lose a game. Even though I would entertain the logic of what people are saying, I still disagree with it. I don't think any Chelsea fan should want us to lose for any reason. But
I want us to lose. So not because of the Chelsea, but because of Lampard.
Okay, but
I want us to lose not because of Chelsea, but because of Lampard.
No, but if Chelsea lose, then regardless of who the coach.
If Chelsea lose, I will know. Thank God maybe by May or by next week, and then a new manager is coming in. Lord have mercy, we'll move.
No. All we need to do is lose to Madrid twice, right? So if we get knocked out by Madrid, then it's all good.
You know the scary part. This Chelsea team are built for competition like UCL, not the Premier League. That's why I say Lampard and Chelsea might decide to tank the Premier League. I'm saying because the board knows they are not doing anything in Premier League. They only put all their mind and hope in the UCL.
So if Lampard with that UCL, he has a justification of being the full-time manager. Eric, I'm not joking. That is the scary part about me. Where
It
I don't
doesn't
want
even.
it to happen.
I was having this conversation earlier on a different stream. He doesn't even need to win a Champions League. If this man beats Madrid,
oh my God!
If he gets past Madrid, Todd Bowley will be writing that contract. He'll be looking. He'll be counting how many years. Oh, is it a 2-year or a 3-year contract? And then if he wins, oh come on. If he then wins the whole thing, come on, it's going to be like at least 5-year contracts. I mean, if Potter got a 5-year contract, Lampard, who is a Chelsea legend on top,
You know the English people, they'll be pushing this for him to get a contract. They'll be pushing this. They will be pushing this.
Yeah, you see how we've signed 2 English coaches under these new owners. Very short space of time.
Crazy. I didn't even think about it that way. Wow.
I don't like I don't like the trajectory of this.
It was not deliberate. It was just out of circumstance. Okay.
Oh,
just
is that what you think?
No. Listen. Lampard is a legend, but if he was Spanish, he would have still been given the job because it just happens to be that he's British. That's what you understand me. That I'll give him. It just happens. It just happens. That's why
you know what I call that key man. You know what I call that key man. Yeah, you're coping. You're coping. That's coping.
No, wait. Let me land. You can't. Let me land. I've gotten the gears out. Let me put the tires on the track.
Okay.
That is what I call coincidence. It is mad coincidence, and this is this is something called, and you find it all great authors tell you, it's called plot building, world building. You understand? So
world building, I like that. Spoken like a true anime person. Yes, please keep going.
Continue. Let's see where you go with this one.
Listen. God brought Lampard as British just for this case because he has the grip over the home fans. And the new owners, they just need it. They said, hey, you know what? He's a legend. Yeah. He's come here before. He can steady the ship. Oh, what are the added bonuses? You know, when you're buying something new, like a brand new car, you always look at the features. You say, you know what? Can I get some more bang for my buck? Right?
Yeah.
It's just that. I don't say because it is the two. No. It's just
Come on. Nobody has a problem with that. That's what we have to, understand. Nobody has a problem with that. The issue is, to a lot of Chelsea fans who look at football objectively, he's just an average, if not basic, manager.
Yes.
That's what we don't need now. We cannot go from an average.
No. I don't deny that. Abdul, I think you're confused. I don't deny that. What I'm saying is, for Todd Bowley and them, for them selling this thing, it's an added bonus.
No. It's obvious to most Chelsea fans, okay, that we are going from an average manager to another average manager. That is where the frustration
wait.
is.
So is Potter better than Lampard, or Lampard better than Potter? Or they're just the same?
They're more or less on the same level, but one is more suited to Chelsea.
What's going on?
Bro, who's stealing it from the cookie jar?
No, one is more suited to Chelsea. So it's so glaring to most Chelsea supporters that hang on a minute, we're trying to build the biggest club in the world. Why are we going from average to another average? That's one thing.
It's terrible. Sorry.
Let me just make a comment on what you said earlier on. You see, what you said is very critical in terms of when you said in no terms should any Chelsea fans want Chelsea to lose. Okay. Do you realize that there are some crazy mad Chelsea fans?
Like Abdullah.
No, look, there are Chelsea fans who are happy to relegate Chelsea.
It's for the greater good, man. Sometimes you have to take a couple step back to be able to move forward.
Guys, let me just quickly complete. Let me land this. I'm not directing this at anybody. I'm just trying to put,
world building.
A highlight on what you're saying. Okay, do you realize
world building? The word is world building.
Do you know that there's some mad, crazy Chelsea fans out there? We all know it's yes. So the thing is, it's like saying you love your kid, you don't want your kid to suffer, but then your kid falls ill. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take them to a hospital, and they might, give them treatment that might be a bit painful to them. So let's be very, it's very well and good talk ethically
Abdul,
about this.
no, hold on. Abdul, where do you stand on this? You want
No,
us to lose tomorrow?
that's what I'm saying. It's not. Let's not
My friend, we
individualize
don't
it.
know. We are not
It's not particular about anybody. We're just discussing football because this
in
is where we
general.
belong. Okay, there's some crazy, mad Chelsea fans out there who was dearly in love with Chelsea, and it gives them so much joy, in this world to be part of Chelsea. Now, those people, they so much love Chelsea, and at the same time, they understand what Chelsea deserves. Okay, so as I've said, it's like loving your child, and then your child's first ill. You're just gonna leave them at home and say you don't want them to go and suffer in the hospital or something like that. So it's not all about ethics and what is right and what is wrong. People are emotionally vested in this thing. It's not just monetary value to a lot of people. If anything, to most people, they actually invest their money in it.
Yep.
So I totally understand every Chelsea fan's concern with this. And I'm not just going to take it at the face value and say, oh, because, it's politically correct to just want Chelsea to win. So you must want Chelsea to win.
Okay.
There were people out. There are people out there who were actually demonstrating, and all you gave them, they stood back. People who had paid their money, and they stood back and made their case to you that they're not happy with this. And then what you do, you just give them another average answer. Come on.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
from mediocrity to shambolic. That's
the
what.
only problem. The problem with what you said is the fact that these owners, we know for a fact at this point, I think it's a fact that we know what's going to happen if Lampard beats Madrid. If Lampard even gets to the final of this Champions League, they will start changing their mind. They will say, "Oh, where's that contract? Write it out. 6 years,
So
7 years."
that's what most average fans are scared
That's what
of.
we fear, Eric. That's what we fear.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they know in their head,
We are shivering in our timbers.
intellectually, they know it and they can prove it that this guy is just an average manager. They know where it's already headed.
If
We've seen examples of that before. That's the issue.
If we had owners that
people can give examples.
logic, if we had owners that were logical, we wouldn't need to worry about winning and losing games. We know that Lampard is going to be here no matter what. He's an interim; he will leave at the end of the season. But we don't know that for sure. We can't trust these owners. That's the main problem.
But you know, but you know what we know for sure, Eric.
2 seconds.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is that what Lampard wants? It's like you telling me to come help you, and then I said, "Oh, but if I finish helping you, fix your pipe in your house, whatever, can I live in one of your rooms? Something like that." Lampard's priority is actually to secure the job. So whose responsibility is Chelsea? We thought Chelsea should be everybody's priority, but then your priority now is to get into the job full time. Okay, so what do you think will happen? So why didn't you get a proper, as somebody would say, get a proper caretaker or interim manager?
No, I'm not mad at. No, but I'm not mad at a guy like quickly. I'm not mad at a guy like Lampard. A guy like Lampard, he's been shot. He just got sacked. So obviously he knows that this is his chance. Like this man, this is a golden chance right there. So obviously,
wait, Abdul, I just want to say one quick thing, about that thing you're saying. Who cares for Chelsea? Lampard is caring only to get the job, right? But here there is the thing what we call there's a clash of interests. Lampard caring for his job, caring to get the job, will try to do the best he can. Doing the best he can means at the optimum level means a Champions League, and that is the best case scenario for us. But it has its problem.
Yeah, best case scenario for us yes, best case scenario for us, key man, for the time being. But in terms of a project, and being able to help these youngsters become great players, we know it's not going to work.
In a conundrum.
No, Kiman. A lot of Chelsea fans, I'm not saying every one of them, a lot of them know that there is pain coming at some point.
100%.
If he becomes the permanent, even if he wins the Champions League and he becomes the permanent coach, You know that thing they say around the corner.
Yeah.
They know there's pain coming around the corner.
No, but then should a fan be worrying about? I don't mean to be, I don't mean to be trying to question Chelsea fans, but if you just won the Champions League, a Chelsea fan shouldn't be thinking about the next season. You should be thinking, we just won the Champions League, and you celebrate it, and then eventually you talk about the next season.
No, but the thing is that
Lampard, Lampard's not going to stay. Oh no, we just won the Champions League, but Lampard is staying.
No, obviously you're gonna. No, but the thing is that in everything in life, especially in football, it's like, what have you done for me like lately? Yeah, cool, but what's next? You're always thinking about what's next. So obviously the euphoria is gonna be there for the week, yeah. But in the back of your head, you're still gonna have that feeling in the back of your head, that mindset. But that mindset that the next season is gonna be tough.
Next season we might finish at 11th again.
Yeah.
And then we continue the banter.
Let's round up, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys. God bless.
Oh, peace out, guys.
It's gonna be a vibe match tomorrow for me. I'm not even putting my concentration in. It's gonna be a vibe. Let's enjoy each other. Peace out.